Okay.
All right, we call the order of the meeting for the Teen Parents Boys for August 21st. Roll call, Mr. Langdale.
Here.
Mr. Edens.
Here.
Mr. Hubbard.
Here.
Mr. Jerem.
Here.
Mr. Nazara. Here. Mr. Jumper.
Here.
Mr. McCoy is here, and then Ms. Booth and
Gordon.
April is out. Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes from last meeting?
Yes, sir. Motion to approve.
Second, Mr. Benezra. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. For information of the audience, we are supposedly live on YouTube today. So if you're doing anything on your phones you're not supposed to, the camera's right over your head. Just as an FYI, think twice. When we call your item, you'll come up, you'll sign it at the podium, then present your item, and we'll go from there. Any changes to the agenda?
Yeah, we'll roll through the changes. Sign permit applications, number 4, the beauty guard withdrawn by applicant. Number 7, Market Common Community Church withdrawn by staff. Going down to the combination permit, number 6, Marina Village, the signage was withdrawn. Everything else is still on. Going to the building permit applications, number 2, Hannah Law Firm withdrawn by staff. Third page, number 7, Fairfield by Marriott reduced down to a conceptual review only. Number 9, Parkview Phase 2 withdrawn by staff. Number 10, Zips Car Wash at the 501 location withdrawn by staff. And then all the way down, number 17, the item, the awning request was removed, but the fencing is still on.
Thank you. All right, first up is Sunset Mini Mart. Name for the record.
Kristen, I do.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right.
Okay, so we are back in regards to the Ocean Escape building with the commercial units on the bottom. So we reduced the size to this channel letter set as requested, and this is for the Ocean Boulevard facing view, and then we have the rear sign. We have conceptually like 2 ideas we can do: the sandblasted HDU routed dimensional panels for both either the beach facing and then as a blade sign hanging. If you won't allow both, we can look at one over the other, whichever preference.
Okay, and it looks like your letter height on Sunset on the front is now a little over 13 inches, is that correct?
13 and a half, yeah.
Thank you. Is the pill just flat?
The pill is flat.
Is it, letters are lit though, right?
The letters are lit.
I asked you just for reference, are you in discussion with just this tenant, or are you in discussion with the whole building owner? Because we're sort of going to set a precedent with whatever we go
Of
here for
course.
future tenants as well.
So, I mean, obviously, the tenants have the option to use the companies they wish, but the owner of the building is who
Is
we are
involved in
being
this?
referred to and by.
Okay.
Can we go to the backside and look at the front building? So the blade sign is something that we talked about in the last meeting. I think the board had some concerns with just sticking sign over the the trim elements across that board, and pretty slow pedestrian oriented there.
I'm in favor of just the blade sign.
Just the
on
blade
that.
sign.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with the Ocean Boulevard sign size and then just the blade sign on the back.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if there's a need in the future, we can always revisit it, but to set that precedent, so you've got that band lined with signs all the way, it's going to jump it up.
Yeah, I agree. So I'll make a motion to approve the application with the deletion of the flat sign on the vertical face of the boardwalks.
I'll second that.
All right,
Perfect.
any
Thank
further
you.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. All right, Sunset Waves. Still on the code.
So we had come back with Some of the revisions requested in regards to just making this more dimensional. So we have a fabricated aluminum cabinet. We're gonna have the LEDs mounted on top. We changed the, structure a little bit more of a design to the cabinet, and then adding a reveal on both the top cabinet and the middle cabinet. Changeable copy is flat. It is not dimensional, but all of the letters are dimensional. Sunset waves or Chena letters, this is a push-through acrylic, so it'll still illuminate.
What's your overall height there?
Overall height, what did I say, it was 11?
Feet?
Do you have a cover on your changeable copy?
No, but we can if we need to, for sure.
Comments from the board?
This side is smaller too.
All right, there was a parking garage entry sign as well, I think.
It's non-illuminated dimensional letters.
With a cover on the changeable copy.
Second. All right, motion by Mr. Jerem, second by Mr. Eads, that's to add a cover on the changeable copy as well. All right, all in favor? Any opposed? So moved. All right, Myrtle Beach Animal Hospital.
So for this one, we're repainting the bottom. It'll stay as is with vinyl address numerals, and then we're just looking to change out with their new logo, pan embossed faces. That's what they currently have, and that's what they're seeking here. There's two different color combinations. There's a darker version, and then there's also a more white background version.
So you reverse, you mean?
Yeah, so we did reverse it and have it both ways if you're open to looking at both.
Is there a preference on their side?
I'm
Is there a
sorry?
preference for the dark?
Yeah.
The client actually prefers the lighter version.
Got that one.
Would this not be a good monument sign then? Would it not be a good monument sign? I mean, I think the sign is maybe outdated with the gas station across the street. We made the black tire, I think, down the road, a couple of blocks down, a monument, almost a monument looking sign. I mean, I just think that it's outdated. My 2 cents.
I mean, its overall height is it's still monument height.
The zoning district, if this was a new sign, it would be more of a monument height because of the zoning it's in now.
Or the base.
Yeah.
The base.
And probably a lot lower height, so.
And there's no side triangle issues, right?
It's a 9-foot box, maybe by 6 feet or
Yeah.
5
It's
foot
pretty
2
large.
inches.
Even though it's embossed, the pan face is hesitant to put it, even though, to be fair, we did have the blood thing on the street several times.
Yeah.
That's pan embossed.
Yeah.
Somewhat to the area.
It is lower than the street.
Yeah, I mean, it's showing 10.8, but I think the actual height is probably, if you take it from the street, it's
Yeah.
probably closer to 7 or 8.
That's the bottom off.
But
It does.
That's something like.
If you were to do the dark one, is that black vinyl that would go on top of it, essentially?
It's a painted pan embossed face, so it would be painted.
It'd be painted.
I'd go with the white that that level, then you know, make sure you paint the inside of the legs as well.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah,
Can you,
the whole exterior and entire full color.
can you add some dirt to that bed to kind
Yeah,
of cover
I
up the
agree.
little steel,
Yeah. it
where you can
looks
see the
awkward.
steel supports coming through
Sure,
Yeah, it does. It looks
in
awkward.
landscape?
and we did add some landscaping,
Yeah, soil and mulch, that way, because it looks unfinished, even with the shrubs.
Let's make the colors look rather than vinyl.
Oh, they're just, they're flat. So the numbers are just flat, vinyl, not raised? acrylic?
correct. We can make them raised if that's
And
required.
the owner prefers the white, would you say is?
They're open to either one, their just immediate preference was the lighter version.
I think in this location, as the chairman pointed out, the grade difference from the street to where the base is, and landscaping going in, painting the bottom of it, those shrubs are gonna cover up the bottom. And we're dropping the whole thing, I think is gonna be.
It's still a fairly large cabinet at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Which is the only thing that kind of really gives me pause there.
That's what gives me pause, that's all.
Yeah, because,
Because, I mean, it's, what, 9 foot wide or something? Yeah, 5 by 9?
Yeah, and I mean, even with the blood bank's a much bigger building, so there's a little bit of a blending in to it, and it sets back further. This is right beside the building, right on the street.
proportionally, it's large.
Are you rebuilding the upper cabinet or just filling?
No, we're
Facing.
just doing faces, yeah. They don't have the budget for that.
Once again, I think the height's fine because you got the parking spaces next to it and all that.
No
It's
arguments there.
just the size of the cabinet is still a little hesitant, but I like the design of the sign.
Yeah, design's nice.
I actually like the black a little bit better, but it's just gonna fade and it's gonna look bad. So
Right.
The white
Yeah,
is a
we'd
better
rather go
option.
with the white. Yeah, that's, agreed.
I'll make a motion to, just to see where it goes, to approve this application with the addition of painting inside of the existing structure, not just the faces.
No, the
as
whole
it's
thing would be
depicted,
painted, yeah.
And landscaping mulch, installed all around the
To cover up
base
the
to
exposed
cover
steel.
up the exposed steel.
Option B.
And then to use raised letters for the address.
Second.
On option B, right?
Yeah,
White,
white.
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, there's a motion by Mr. Hubbard, there's a second by Mr. Edens. All right, further discussion? Once, twice, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
So moved.
Thank you.
What's your racing doing?
Got it, yeah.
That's right, it's my turn.
Richard.
I don't like it.
Resume beauty bar?
No,
Circle K. Oh, I'm sorry, Circle K. Your name for the record?
Justin Mooney, Skyline Signs.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
This is the one that we pulled down years ago, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yeah. It was tall.
Yeah, just refacing, so we're removing this sign, refacing it with this sign, pan face. So I think it's 6 square feet.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Eden, second, Mr. Langdale. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Golden Bites, Braintree. Name for the record? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, what do you got for us?
We had it been approved and the sign was up as Golden Bites, but we had an issue, Golden Egg, and we had an issue with Golden Egg in Surfside. So we had to, before we, apparently he didn't come back to change the word bites. And
We'll get clarification. The name change didn't cause us to come back to the cab. The fact that they kind of are, the base is a little bit different
yeah,
and the cabinet's a little bit different. I know that y'all had approved it conditionally to match the yellow in the building, which they did, but you can kind of see it around the LED board. There's a trim piece and the stone. This is how they want to get approved.
The stone's not 15
no, the
inches
stone
wide.
would be going up. I'll get that fixed.
Correct.
That's what they provided.
Okay, yeah.
You say you are gonna complete the stone?
Yeah, the stone will go all the way up.
You're gonna fill that in.
Yeah, it will be all filled in. So that stone will be coming out and then, because I put the stone up and then he brought the cabinet in, which is made a mistake.
What about the space in between the?
It will be gone. That stone will come off and then it
Stone
will
go
be,
right in there too.
yes.
And your
So
address?
you're gonna remove those, what, 6 courses there and you're gonna re-block it all?
Yes.
Okay.
Your address number will be where?
Go back to the original. And
Now-
then Robbie, there's a trim piece on the original that goes around
Right.
your reader board. Is that
Okay.
going in?
That's supposed to match the yellow.
If we have to, I'll have him put it in.
Okay, motion to approve with redoing of the stone and the trim piece.
To match the original,
Yeah, to match yellow, the original, yes.
with the exception of eggs versus bites. or
And
bites
then,
versus eggs.
the address number on the bottom.
It will be right here.
Okay.
That's it.
I'll
signs.
Hey, guys.
Name for the record.
Paul Shire, Image 360.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Shape of the signs up here for reference.
So across from the airport, I think everybody here is pretty familiar with this at this point. It's a faux rock on the pillars. I believe these are HDU signs. This will be plastic lettering that'll be, I think I told Darius, a half inch or an inch. Half inch, thank you. Half inch dimensional lettering, and these are aluminum cabinets that'll be powder coated.
And these are all lit from the ground?
Ground lit, yes, sir.
So you have each one of those going on the 1, 2, 3 angle panels. What's the back panel?
Back panel is the thank you for visiting.
So,
The whispering pines is the two sides.
Two
Golf
whispering
Capital.
pines, one, okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
I think the only concern I've got, and it could be adjusted in the field, is the angle of the sign. To make sure that the whispering pines is more visible from the road. It seems like it's a lot more parallel to the road than a little more perpendicular or 45 to the road.
I'm with you. I thought it should be more like this as well. I was out there the other day and
Yeah.
thought it needed to be quite a bit pulled in.
And I think
We
the
discussed
thank
that.
you for visiting needs to be pulled up into that U a little bit more, so you're not potentially looking at the back of the sign as you're coming up Harrelson as well. Just kind of like nestle it.
So you're gonna tighten the two up?
It almost makes it more of a square than
We're
a
back to
U,
Back,
but
we're getting close to.
But we still-
but it's an open
Back to the
square.
yeah.
Yes, it's still not square yet.
It's an open
Is
square.
it open enough to get somebody with a weed eater in there to?
Yeah.
I mean, really, the thing is you're just gonna have double columns on that backside, essentially.
Question for you, we know we've approved the potential, what is it called, pickleball courts indoor? Where would that signage go then?
We're not there yet.
Oh,
But possibly there.
They
Possibly
probably have
one
to
of
be
these
added
spots
to
or
it.
somewhere around here.
I mean, the other option you got is you, instead of having the 2 extra columns for the thank you for visiting, if that angle tightens up a little bit, that panel just gets wider and it makes,
Yeah,
was that a trapezoid?
yeah.
Am I
Still
remembering
square,
kindergarten
yes.
right?
This is a special circumstance.
It is.
If this gets voted in,
It's
one way or the other,
site-specific.
it's very site specific.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a can of worms that can be opened up with this. I'm sorry to say
Yeah,
it
I'm
that way.
scared of it.
That's my 2 cents on it. I personally think, I mean, it's a great improvement from the last time,
Yeah.
but I still think there's some improvement that can be done, and more money spent on it. If we made, if the sign across the street at the airport is as nice as it is, I think this could be brought up to a little bit more standard. But it's nice, it's decent.
I guess my question for you now, I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just trying to think about the type of business that it is.
Yeah, yeah.
If-
That's
I mean,
sort of
obviously, the
this.
airport's open essentially 24/7 now. You need that lighted, nice sign for directional purposes. This is golf course day oriented. I mean, make them go to more of that tight cabinet and lit.
Municipal golf course.
Yes.
How many of those
Oh,
around?
yeah, here we go.
Here we go. I voice a reason.
I know. Had to push that in there, didn't we?
and an upgrade almost there.
Yes, huge upgrade.
Would y'all prefer the thank you for visiting to be integrated into the other 2 columns, so you only got 4 columns?
So does it present a
Or it be
maintenance
separate.
challenge?
I don't think pulling it in is gonna cause us a maintenance issue at all.
Always spray it with Roundup.
Yeah,
Worst
what-
case scenario, we can concrete underneath of it.
And what did we decide, the back of the 3 signs?
Yeah.
Was there any landscaping?
Eliminate
going
all
on
the
around the
rest
bottom of
completely.
this?
That's what I was
What's-
wondering
Kill
about
grass and
that. I mean, is there landscaping behind the 3-piece sign, or are the backs painted black to blend in, or what's
One
happening?
landscaping.
One conversation, we can plant a tree there, and kind of let that take up inside there, and uplight that.
It's interesting.
I wouldn't be a bad idea.
Do you think that it comes close, if you're pulling it enough, you've seen the site, if you pull those in enough, does it come close to touching that?
gonna have to elongate it quite a bit, but, I mean, you're kind of in that curve, so I think those are going to get more probably to 60 instead of the 30 they're at now. So it would get a little bit longer, but once again, that's kind of pure exit.
Yeah.
It would probably end up saving money in the long run too, because then you're
Two
building
less
two less columns
Yeah.
with a little bit more aluminum panel, but.
Is it going in that center aisle? Is that where it's going?
Yes, sir.
You're not gonna have that much room, you're gonna have to pull it in by.
Yeah, it's almost going to have to go square.
Yeah, but how far back is it sit from there, because is there a site triangle issue?
Yeah,
No, it's a lit intersection, yeah. So you-
What about the boxes across?
I mean, it's gonna have to kind of go where that existing sign is.
Yeah.
I just don't know why you wouldn't put the thank you for coming as a sandblasted sign, kind of on the exit drive.
As
On
opposed
other-
to
As a
Yeah,
separate entity.
yeah, just,
Before you get to the front of the room?
yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I think the only thing it does, it helps hide the back of the U. is what
Yeah,
the-
well, I think
Okay,
that's
so
probably
it's-
the purpose,
I'm
yeah.
struggling with the U.
But if you didn't have,
What's
it,
wrong?
could landscape.
Everyone likes the
behind-
U. No one likes the square, remember?
Yeah, I believe,
And now we're going back to the square.
Well, trapezoid, yes, you are
I-
correct, it is.
I just think
upside
the
down.
whole concept, I'm not feeling the whole concept.
yeah.
The reason why they were going for the angle is because, well,
What's the width of the main front sign? The golf capital, what's the width of that?
I
142 inches? Is that
Yeah,
what that says?
yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right, 142.
I mean, that
Yeah.
pushes you at a square. The median's probably not much more than
think-
that 12, 15
That's
foot.
what I'm saying.
No, I
That
think
sign
it's
is not gonna
32,
fit
right?
there
I think it's
anyway.
32 feet wide there.
so the reason
I
why
guess
they
it
would
is
go for the
three
angle is
lanes.
because the angle of the road, how it curves right there.
Cause it's not a straight line,
Yeah.
there's a kind of a slice.
So they were really getting it,
Keeps it
especially with all that utility boxes.
Right, which is an issue.
I guess it is about 30 foot there. About 3 feet.
Yeah, 30 foot.
And then below it is a bronze sign that we're required to, make aware.
Yeah, you did say
It
that.
can be there, or if you guys would like it on one of the columns.
What does that say?
It's a requirement from the,
It was a,
Historical
government.
Society or?
the land grant.
yeah.
It was emailed
Put it on the
over
top
at
of
the
the
end
shop,
saying we
it's
needed
gonna
to have it.
Destroyer missing or something.
I can't remember exactly what it said.
It's better than what it was. So
You are
it's not,
correct.
it is what it is.
Well, there's been other improvements to it
There
over
has.
and above.
There'll be a lot of blank space on the back of it, it's just,
Yeah.
if we don't close it up, it's really the only thing we can.
Once again, I think if those signs go to about a 60-degree angle, you're thinking for visiting come a, well, once again, you could even put the HDU Whispering Pines logo on each side just to fill a little bit of that space, or City of Myrtle Beach and Whispering Pines logo on that back panel as you're leaving, but. I
Paul,
just-
is the back panels on those gonna be a finished
Should
room?
be powder coated the same color as the,
The
this
tan.
this tannish, yeah.
So it's not like an unfinished
Oh,
side?
yeah, that's better than being stark white or
Or
something.
you leave the back panel exposed, and that's where the pickleball court sign goes.
Jeez. An ice cream shop.
That's a lot of conversation.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the trapezoid,
So clo-
better than the open one,
So closing it,
closing it. I think the extra columns are just both wasteful and would not be appealing at the end of the day.
everybody,
I'm good with that.
Make that as a motion, please.
all right? Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second, Mr. Hubbard. Further discussion? All right, all in favor? Show of hands. 3 versus 4. Motion dies. Or was that a in favor
That
of?
was a no.
That was a no, okay. All right. Second chance?
I mean, our
Yeah,
only
where
option
are
is
y'all
what we
at?
got in front of us then, at this moment.
I mean, it's not your only option, but.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I will say that this sign is a little unique because it is a kind of a city civic sign with the golf capital of the world, or is it the world or?
Yeah.
The world.
Yes.
I'll make a motion
Edition.
to as is.
as is.
Maybe potentially to bring it in.
Adjust the angles a little bit based on the site, but have it as two separate signs.
Pull up the back so it's inside the U, or prove as is?
Prove as is.
Okay.
As is with adjustments on the.
So you're gonna start covering that back up as you angle it in there.
To set the angle based, as Charlie said, on the view angle to the sign. If it needs to rotate in a little bit to be more visible, to do that, but match them. That would be,
Here's the angle you're
I'll
seeing.
second that too.
All right. Motion by Mr. Jerem, second by Mr. Hubbard, with staff working with the applicant to adjust the angles based on the road configuration.
Mm-hmm.
Like, clean enough for you?
Yep.
All right, any discussion on that one? All in favor? Show of hands.
We'll give you one too.
We got 1, 2, 3,
Got a
4,
winner.
we got 5.
We got a winner.
Opposed?
Thank you,
Mr.
Joe.
Jumper and Mr. Eden?
Thank you all.
All right, motion carries.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Southern Cabinets? Name for the record?
Elder Martins?
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right. What you doing for us?
So we're just decreasing to about a foot from what it was now, and then we're just gonna add PVC letters to the existing sign, and then fix the foundation around it.
So everything with the Southern Cabinets and all is PVC letters applied to a
Yeah,
panel?
an inch raised.
And you're re-stucco in the base?
Yes.
Or actually rebuilding the base
Yeah,
and
we're gonna have
stucco
to
it?
rebuild it, yeah.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Wait up.
What?
Can you-
Vote on there.
Can you?
What?
Yeah, back up.
Oh, that was, oh, okay.
Rescind your motion.
Rescind my motion.
There's several more things.
Yeah.
All right, and then what are we doing to the building?
So we're gonna, I had that design created, just for the two doors, walk in and just wanna, basically all we do, most of the services. And then this building, I already have an existing building or sign. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just basically, emboss it to the acrylic sign. Cause right now it's just a clear,
Just a
light.
flat vinyl?
Yeah,
You can put raised letters on that sign.
yes, sir.
But your doors are like a menu board, you're listing everything you could possibly get at this location.
I mean, that's kind of what I have created so far, but I might not do everything. I might just have, probably just a shaker style, or, I thought about going through each single one, but, I didn't like that idea, so. But we're probably gonna either just have the hours on here, and then probably put in like kitchen, bathrooms, and then maybe like four wards on each side.
And is those vinyls, are you doing the full blacking out the door, or is it just the letters going on the door? Trying to understand what you're showing.
I'm gonna probably just do the letters.
So it's still transparent.
And the light, and the box, and the sign on the building is a sign box, basically, right?
Yeah, it's lighted, yeah. Yeah,
Sign cabinet.
we're gonna have to change the face of it.
Well, I think your monument sign is good, but I think
Let's go back to that.
with
The first time you presented it said kitchen cabinets in stock, now you have them with the right.
So it is kitchen cabinet in stock, I don't know,
Go back to the
we made a
original,
mistake in,
to the
putting
monument.
it.
It says kitchen cabinet starting at $39.99.
Yeah, this is a mistake, it's actually gonna be in stock.
In stock.
Yeah, I didn't want the price on it,
okay, kitchen cabinets in stock,
yeah, but it does start at that.
and all raised letters, okay. All raised letters.
Yes, sir, yeah.
And how big is 4x8 on the cabinet? I'm trying to think of the generator and I think there's a Husqvarna or something like that.
That's
down
not
there.
4x8.
It's kinda-
It's 70.
No, the building
The
sign.
building one is huge.
Yeah, that is big.
I think it's just, it's a sign cabinet, first of all.
Yeah.
You know that we, even down Seaboard Street, we just said it, I mean, trying to get them down as fast as possible. Second, with all the lettering that you have on the windows, the vinyl, I mean, that's just the biggest no-no.
Yeah, that's just,
You know, if it was just your company name, because, I mean, if you think about it, as far as you sit back from the road, I mean, how many people are gonna be able to see that? I mean, that's the way I see it.
Right.
So can you go to the door vinyl?
if your company name was on there and the
Basically
hours.
take everything from the hours down to
Yeah.
the
Yeah, just,
phone number and logo out,
Yeah, true.
and
Okay.
just pull those up.
Yeah,
are you opposed if I put it on each and one individual? Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
I would be personally, so.
No, you can't do that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine, I could just have just the hours on there.
Would you like to separate this up in chunks?
Yeah, I think so. I'll make a motion to split all three.
Okay.
Second.
Second, Mr. Edens, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Let's take what I think is the easy one
Make a-
first, and the
Yeah,
monument
the
sign.
monument sign, I'll make a motion to approve with only stating kitchen and cabinets installed.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? So moved.
Motion to disapprove the building sign,
All right,
604.8.5.
all right.
I'll second it.
Second, Mr. Jerem. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, we'll get back to that one in a second. And let's talk about the door signage real quick.
Motion to approve door signage that only states the business's name.
Basically, take out all the menu board from the bottom of the hours to the logo at the bottom.
Right, but the top is also cabinets, countertops, flooring, remodels, new construction. I mean, the whole thing is, I think the business's name and logo.
Name,
and the
website,
hours-
logo, hours.
and hours is it.
Name, website,
Name,
logo.
yeah, name, second.
Name, URL, logo, hours.
Second.
At the same size as presented.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Squeeze it.
Don't blow those up because you have more space.
You okay with that?
Yep.
Okay with that? Okay with that? Okay.
Chris,
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. All right, so the freestanding sign and the modification to the door signs was approved. The building signage was disapproved. We'll give you some feedback here in just a second, but if you think we have erred in our decision, you can seek relief through the courts, or you would be able to resubmit a different design by next Monday, the 25th, for our next meeting on September 4th. And I will allow Mr. Edens or one of the other board members to give you a little bit of feedback on what they would like on the building sign.
Do I need to have a building sign?
You don't have to have a
No.
building sign, that's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I just had it as an extra, I mean, I didn't want to put it to waste, but, that's, I figured just use it there, but nobody really sees, if they're driving, they're not really gonna look, they're gonna see that first
You're not
freestanding.
required to have a building sign. If
Okay.
you're fine with your door signage and freestanding, you're.
Yeah, I
good
mean,
to
I
go.
don't want to waste the money to,
Well, yeah, you don't, you need not use it.
yeah, because I had somebody wanted to buy it, so I was like, let me just figure it out first, so, alright, cool, so that's good.
Yeah, you're good.
Pay for the renovation.
Yeah, just take it out, and
freestanding
I'm not gonna mess with it.
Okay.
sign. Then you're done.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Uptown Bistro. Shops in a more elegant manner. Name for the record? And you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yeah, they're looking for the, put some,
I'll show you that as waterproof.
that is the different one. They have a, this one they have a hard mount acrylic, complete waterproof and mount all together, so they took this 5 years warranty, that's a good one. They don't have much like that, so, but,
And we're doing, this would been,
Yeah,
this is being proposed in addition to all the other lighting that we just approved a few weeks ago on the building?
yeah, the other line, they put it on, but they, like, they put it in trees like that, they still think it's not much, because those lights, even though those lights is only 300 cases.
My personal opinion is this would put us in the manner of we would not be able to disapprove a single convenience store, vape shop, or anything like that going forward, so.
We have consistently disapproved every one of those.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So I really think that unfortunately for you guys, the exterior building lighting was not fully thought of during the design and construction phase of this building, and unfortunately, gonna have to figure out how you can get lights on the building that are in a more appropriate manner than just trying to.
Make a
Green
motion to
windows.
deny 604.85.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, second, Mr. Edens, all in favor? Any opposed? So moved.
Okay, I tell them.
All right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Europa Market and Cafe. Why do we have two?
It's bought the building.
Is this two storefront?
You bought this building next door?
They do.
They did.
They're
Now they
side-by-side
wanna-
units.
They wanna take, well,
We would request that y'all review them kind of together.
Yes, please. So we're going to take item 2 and 3 at the same time. It'll still be two separate motions, but look at both of them before anything's made. All right, your name for the record?
Brandon Reynolds.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right.
So the building on the left, we've already done that years ago, but it's peeling, so we just want to peel it off, put a new on. They bought the building next door. There should be a picture of it. Alright, that's what's there now. They want to put Europa exact same Market and Calf decal on that right next door.
So they want two signs.
Okay,
Correct.
so it's one business, 3 spaces actually.
It's, okay, so,
Two spaces.
Europa's that, they've been there forever.
Right.
They just bought into that and there's, you can go into that side of the store now and they want to put their name over there. And the original one has Europa Market, they want to add Cafe Market,
And when the existing ones
or
are
Market and
removed,
Cafe.
the existing one removed, you're going to
The
do.
existing one is peeling, so we have to repair it.
But you're going to do it exactly the same size because there's possibility it's going to be fading.
Yeah, it'll be, normally when this happens, we'll make it just a hairline bigger so it doesn't show any fading behind it.
Can you pull up the earth again, please? Why are they two different sizes now? Is there,
The canopy?
are the canopies different?
Canopies are different.
Yeah. So you're gonna
One's
have
a
one small one,
concave,
One's like rounded and flat.
So we're gonna have one the same size as it is now and one larger one, is what you're saying?
Or would it be the same size letters just at the bottom of the awning for that one?
Well, they could have it bigger there and smaller there. I'm sure they wouldn't mind it because everyone wants bigger. But if you want the same size as this, right there to make it look more pleasant. Okay.
Is there one entrance to the business or two?
I don't know if they allow people in both entrances.
That's gonna be confusing.
It really is.
I mean, for me, I'd honestly like to see both awnings go away and have one consistent
Right.
awning across
Yeah.
with the sign in the
In the
middle.
middle, yeah.
Because I think it's a little odd to have two different
It
style
is.
awnings
Yeah.
for the same business there as well. And I think when you pull Jiggy's Bistro off, you're gonna be faded there.
Absolutely.
You're gonna have to restain or paint the fabric and it's gonna stand out like a sore thumb as well. And then
Yep.
it just,
Black awnings are beautiful, but once you put something on them, they're not going to hold up.
With that request, you're looking at designing so your option would be more
correct.
valued as a
The
denial.
second option they had, if you don't want Europa, was, it should be in the email, Europa Market Cafe. Europa stayed here, but the Market Cafe went over there.
No.
I mean, I think if you change the style of the awning, you would be able to pull that sign more centered like the yoga and the, what that priceless desserts is.
Yep.
So the full sign would be signage of the center.
If you redo the awning, you're really gonna need to add the lattice across the other storefront, just so you have the same look for that particular business.
Yeah, it needs to be cohesive. Make a motion to disapprove 604.8.5.
All right, is there a second?
Is this both of them? Yeah, I was gonna ask this.
Yeah, well, we need to make
do
two
them
separate ones, so I have to do, the first one is, okay, that'll be on the second one.
So you're,
Hold on, let's take the first one.
Okay,
Which
motion.
right now would be to reapply the Europa with the addition of Market and Cafe
I mean, that's,
on the existing awning.
that is fine, but then,
There's a
But
problem
if you
with, there's a
approve
problem
this
with
one,
both
you
of them
just
being
approve the
separated.
next one.
yeah,
There's
If
a
they
problem
wanna
with
operate
being
in separate
one
business,
business,
they could
it
just
needs to be
redo
in the
the one,
center, so
and
that
the
one,
other one approved.
I don't want to disapprove both.
I think you have to just.
it would just look like a blank storefront.
His current,
But but they can repair the existing now without our approval if they just don't add Cafe.
That is true.
So by approving the first one in Ag and Cafe, really is no different than what they are able to do today, other than putting the cafe. By disapproving the second one, we can give direction to say, hey, it's better if you're ready to spend the money to change the awnings, pull the entire logo to the center, maybe get it a little higher, a little bigger, cohesive, make it a cohesive business footprint.
It should be.
And if they don't do that, then the awning stays black and painted.
That's true.
And we are really not in any worse position today than we are.
Will you rescind that motion?
Yeah, it is rescinded.
Make a motion to approve the first one as presented.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Jumper. Discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. All right, the second one, which would be the removal of Jiggy's Bistro and add. Is there a motion on the table?
Motion to disapprove.
All right, motion to disapprove 60485 of Mr. Edens. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a second by Mr. Langdale? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. You understand what we did?
Yes, I understand clearly. What about the pylon sign?
That was included in the first approval, so you're good.
So I can take out Jiggy's and make it look like that?
That's fine.
Okay. All right, I will let them know. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Hope's Calabash Seafood. All right. You're still under oath from earlier?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Taking out the lights and trying to redo them the right way.
So what are you taking out?
All the palm trees, we're gonna put them 3 inches apart instead of have them all over the place. The lights around the ropes.
Yeah, lights are on the lights.
And how many trees do you have? Just as 3, 4
7,
Six or
6 or 7
around the building?
around the building, yes.
But you got the rope, the lights wrapped around all
We
the
take-
rope and the light poles as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're taking out of the
Yeah.
ropes out. It will be only on the palm trees and on the light fixtures. And then taking out the Christmas LEDs that's on the palm tree in the front. Will be gone. This one here, there's some lights in there, taking them out.
So at the end of the day, you're looking for the palm trees that are immediately closest to the
Palm
building.
trees and
Those
light
fixtures,
yes.
the ones that are on the rope
Yes, sir.
would go away.
Yep.
Okay. And
Oh, what's on the awning?
Give you that
Also.
are we taking the awning off, or are you trying to light the awning as well?
No, lighting around the awning and fixing, of course, the floor.
You've got them boxed out.
Want to light around the awning with the neon? It's already there. I mean, it's already there, but I mean, that's the way you want it to stay.
That's why he's here.
How about that? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So it's during COVID.
Okay.
A lot of things happen.
I'm just curious.
I'll make a motion to deny 604.8.
Second.
All right, discussion? You missed all of it?
All of it.
All of it.
It's convoluted enough to where I think the applicant needs to make sense of it coming back to more.
There's exposed wire,
Yes.
conduit.
Just trying to get,
bridges from.
trying to get some explanation on the record at the moment
Get
of
it
what,
back, not lighted, and then come back to us with
Yeah.
the plan of a restrained.
a restrained approach.
Right.
What he's presenting may be okay, but there's just so convoluted and there's a lot of
Yeah.
issues going on that it'd be better to get a clean slate.
Even also, I think, not even only for this one, but all of the ones that do come in front of us and for future ones, I think we need to keep in mind also what color we're gonna have these things. We've talked about this in the past,
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
always a color change, and, you know, we're gonna do it, oh, it's Christmas time, we're gonna have it red this time of year, and then this time it's this, and this time it's this, orange for Halloween.
This
There
is
has to
No,
completely
this would
different
be
than the
blue.
others as well,
These would be
because
blue.
these.
Yeah, this is
a-
blue right now, yeah, yeah.
And
I
it will
agree.
stay
also a
blue.
And I'm not
continuous
saying
light.
this particular one, I'm saying them all in general, yeah.
Yeah, it's also a continuous light as opposed to more of your
Right.
decorative lights as well.
It's not the right way to do a palm tree.
No, it's not.
Not the right fixture.
I mean, there's a couple, maybe 2 or 3 ways to do a palm tree, but that was not one of them.
Okay. All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, so moved. All right, any questions?
Yeah, my question is, so you want me to take everything off and then propose?
Yes.
Or just get the pictures with everything clean?
Get
and
everything-
propose with the new lights
Correct.
on? Okay.
And I think, I don't know if the string light is or the neon light that you have is the right concept either. I think you need to, we've talked about it with several people, as colored lights to light those palm trees up. It looks much cleaner, fresher. And, I mean, the awnings, I don't think you should be touching those, in my personal opinion.
Agreed.
There's a lot of other ways.
Trees, it would be open to consideration.
Yeah.
It looks good.
If it looks good, but I think it needs to
So,
be,
let me ask you a question. If we take the lights off the awning, the ropes, and just do the palm trees with the 3 inches apart with the blue color LEDs?
I think there's a challenge with the LEDs as well.
Yeah.
For that type fixture.
With the rope?
It just,
Way too bright.
The trees are not supposed to act as a light fixture, giving off light, they're just supposed to be enhanced by the light. And a bright white LED, like 6,000K LED,
Should be
really too bright, it's gonna look like a light bulb rather than just an accentuated
Should
tree.
be something warm.
Correct.
Yeah, like the-
Yes, okay. Accent.
that's one of the options that we give a lot of people, to try to light those palms to accentuate them. Once again, you've got more of your traditional kind of string light fixture. The other thing he's got up right there is more ground level lighting all the way up as well.
What's the distance you request for having these between each other?
That's one per
That's,
tree.
that's one fixture, so
One
it
fixture
just
per tree.
washes the entire tree up.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, thank you. All right, RJ's Restaurant and Bar. Name for the record.
Jill Powell.
You swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right.
We're just looking to get the bistro lights that are actually similar to this, but just have them come off and like go to the trees and come off, just kind of like everybody does around this area. And all this would be done, it's actually already off, but all that would come down. So there's not gonna be any lights on the trees or nothing, just the bistro lights hooking to the trees, back over, back over, back over. We have no outside lights right now. Caravel used to have posts that were here and here, and I don't know how old they are, but we had an old man that was leaning against it and he fell because they could not get it sturdy enough, so it was just a safety issue, so they took them out, but then now the safety issue is we don't have any lights. So
What's the nets that are up there?
those were down, they were down up for 4th of July, they were just flags, they're already down, yeah.
So all the lights are coming down with the exception of the string bistro lights, and you want to kind of crisscross them between the building and the existing trees.
Correct.
I'm okay with that, make a motion to.
Second.
All right, motion Mr. Nezra, second Mr. Eden. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? So moved.
Thank you.
Let's see, Marina Village, signage has been removed. Name for the record,
Greg Duckworth, Environmental Concepts.
or tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
You.
All right,
Thank you.
this is for the residential neighborhood,
It is, it's the one that's,
under construction, clear cut, people driving through it into the waterway.
I haven't seen that, but that's interesting. Yeah. Wow, how about that? Well, yeah, this is the northernmost section of that portion of the Grand Dunes between what is the Del Webb Grand Dunes, which is basically from here southward. And it'll be that portion between here and that which is called the graded super pad, and then ultimately the existing marina basin.
Are you using the same type bollard fixtures that are through the rest of the path? Are we changing different?
This one is different, but we have since located the one that looks like that in a low voltage version to be more cost effective and energy efficient.
Okay.
And so if appropriate, we can withdraw the path light, that one there, from this one here, I guess, that whole thing can be drawn from the approval if you feel compelled. But that's something that just had happened after the submittal and it was too late to update. I guess big picture, there is the Marina Parkway buffer, and then we have street tree plantings throughout, and then of course, as kind of alluded to, there is the Intercoastal Waterway Path feature that is out there. And you've got lots of internal, sidewalks and then circulation that leads towards the waterway path as well. And common open spaces.
I really liked, Greg, the way you use the grasses for the texture and the movement, and so I'll make a motion to approve with week one, and we'll disregard the lights, not really the street trees. But you found something that matches the Ellicott logo.
That's what we understand.
If we could approve that with this, that would be great.
Yeah, you can do that too if you'd like.
Yeah, I would love to, yes.
Okay.
What, was that light removed for any other reason except for that they couldn't identify it?
Well, I don't think it needs to be removed. I think you can make in the motion that if he substituted for
Yeah,
the same
it's a
fixture in a low
substitute.
voltage that's
Yeah.
existing.
Yeah, it's a substitute, yeah.
I mean, we kind of know that way you got a consistent picture all the way down that path.
Yep.
Which is kind of the intent of that path as well.
And low voltage is better.
There's a couple more things I'll just mention, although less is more sometimes on these presentations. We found that some of these areas along the Marina Parkway where the lots are lower than the road itself, we've kind of incorporated a lot of pines and things, and it really looks quite nice immediately adjacent. And the other thing too that's unique to this site is there's one very, very large live oak tree, which I think I saw in your overall aerial image. Right there, you can kind of see
the lone tree.
There it is.
Well, it's being lovingly called the Tree of Life, kind of like at Disney, and it is freaking huge. And so we've done a lot to landscape in and around that too, so it should be a nice feature of the overall.
You're lighting that up, Greg?
Well, we don't have any lighting on it, but we could always add some uplighting if that was.
If it's a Tree of Life, I think.
Well, it is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
It would be deserving.
If you'd like to add that to the motion.
I will add that to my motion.
Yes, sir.
All right, so your motion is to approve is presented with the substitution of the bollard light to match existing.
And lights on the Tree of Life.
Lights on the tree.
Uplighting.
Yeah,
Uplighting.
uplighting, yes.
Where else do you get more than you asked for?
Yeah,
Just here.
how about that?
It's good design.
It is, it's beautiful.
Very nice.
Really very nice.
All right, all in favor? Any opposed? So moved.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me, Chairman.
Yes, ma'am.
Who did the second?
Edens and Mr. Chairman?
Mr.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
What's the reason?
What's the reason?
One time I don't say it, that's it.
Yes, sir.
Now, Hernandez residence.
See you, Greg.
Hello,
Your name for the record?
Gabriel Fernandez.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Sorry.
What are we doing here today?
We are here for the final approval. We have a condition approval last time I was here, and the condition was to fix the landscaping plans, to put the sizes and change some invasive spaces that we have.
Okay.
You guys are comfortable with the house, but wanted the landscaping addressed.
Right.
Correct.
And the only thing that I still see that's indicated are Elaeagnus, and they're an invasive plant because the birds eat fruit and they're spread everywhere. And I think if you substitute like a variegated pistil for that plant, you would be better off.
So your motion?
Yep.
I'll second that.
We'll substitute variegated pistil for the Elaeagnus.
Yes.
Second motion by Mr. Reed, second Mr. Hubbard. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
23rd Avenue PUD Hotel.
Some show and tell.
Some show and tell for us.
So make a mess of the tables.
You know I'm coming.
Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody's name for the
There
record.
we go.
David Signature.
Jerome Simeon.
Nick Peters?
Cameron Parker.
Y'all all swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
We do.
All right.
All right, appreciate y'all's time. Good to be back here again after what we think was a very successful conceptual review for this project that we're excited about. We also have Charles Daniel and Scott Garvin here as well in case there's any additional questions that we can't field. And there's 64 pages to this, so I don't think we have to go through every single
Tell
one.
us what's changed since conception.
Exactly, so let's just roll through. The site itself has not changed. The only thing that's changed here is one of the other two buildings has been taken down, so now both of these properties have been demolished, or these properties have been demolished. Really just a couple of diagrammatic, giving you a high level of the different areas that we're affecting. I think one of the questions last time, and I believe it's on the next one, is just the 12 cars queuing up off the street. So a lot more room to queue cars in this property than there were in the sister property next door. A little bit more, and Nick can get into it, some of these different ones, but some of the highlights for parking area here, taking two kind of through parking areas with curb cuts on Ocean Boulevard, turning it into a single cohesive parking area with one curb cut off of Withers, and able to create an additional little park with the alley swap there, which I think is a really nice public improvement along that stretch as well. And then the rest of the public improvements that I think are will detailed more in some of this additional information in the next couple of slides that Nick has spent a lot of time, Nick and Cameron spent a lot of time working on.
Yep. The campus or the greenway that leads from 17 to the ocean, 23rd Avenue will be turned into this a green corridor coming down 23rd Avenue as you work your way through the ocean. And we broke down the slides into little snippets that are in large areas. As you can see, we'll have new sidewalks, new parking arrangement. There'll be landscape buffers on both sides of the road there. We'll have some street trees and landscape islands. We'll use all the crosswalks will be a new paver system to delineate.
Is that actual paver and not like a stamped asphalt or stamped concrete?
It's the same one that we're looking to use on the 23rd Avenue, I'm sorry, the 22nd Avenue PUD. And we're just trying to tie those two PUDs together with the use of the banding and the oyster shell banding with the rock salt finish in the body of the sidewalks. This is the alley swaps created the second row park, just north of the sales center and across from the tower. Again, picking up that banding, but we're going to integrate some pavers into this with some elevated seat walls in landscape to create some shaded areas for people that would be using the park. As we work our way across Ocean Boulevard, this will be the north side of the tower, and the alley swaps created a north park. And again, as we work our way through the park, tying it into the ocean with the use of just some green spaces, some seating areas, and some landscape buffers along the tower and along the boardwalk there.
Can you go back one slide real quick? Okay.
So this is the 80-foot north park, beachfront, second row park as well. Yeah, so the second part, beach park. So we think that's a really strong promenade coming from 17 all the way down. And you see it's a little bit better in some of these kind of aerial renderings as well, where it's going to really create a nice public promenade.
The only question I had, and I like it, don't get me wrong, I just kind of want to know what the inspiration was. More? So kind of your brick pavers, kind of towards your parking lot side interior, they just kind of come in and terminate into the artificial grass. So it kind of like pulls you in, but then there's like nowhere to go if you want it to cross or anything. Kind of makes you fit into that park. Is that purely intentional? So push people to the artificial and turf and kind of that landscape there?
Yeah, instead of using just a hardscape, we're looking to break up the monotony of the concrete and the pavers with integrating some artificial turf around these amoeba shapes, and the inspiration that we got that was from the Carolina Bay. It's just the shapes and the landforms that were created, and bringing that as the inspiration to these parks. And again, instead of having it just all be pavers and hardscape, soften it up with the use of these artificial turf that would ring these planter walls and the pavers that are outside of what the planter wall would be.
And then, do y'all have a kind of a detail in here on that horizontal slat wall for the fence around the compactor as well?
I do not believe we have a detail in there, but with this existing compactor, we wanted to create some type of fence buffers that would go around the compactor, and then a nice heavy landscape buffer that would go around that fence to hide it the best we can for the users of the park and the people coming up and down Ocean Boulevard.
It's extended well beyond the dumpster.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there was maybe a better screening solution there that could then be integrated with some public art eventually, since you got that nice public park. You could have a mural or something on it. At some point, kind of that horizontal wood slat starts to degrade and look bad over time.
I think we use,
a wall.
white vinyl.
No, it's a composite wood that we're looking to use. It wouldn't be actual real wood.
So this is upgrade.
Composite board.
Also, I wanted to ask, you created a really nice pedestrian corridor. How is this lit at night in reference to the landscape?
Yeah, we have an exhibit that shows the site lighting that that will, as you know, that goes around the entire site.
Other way.
There we go. Yep, that's it. It's got all the dots on it.
That's right. That's right.
Back to
Back.
one more.
There we go.
There you go, okay.
With these
the different colors.
Yeah, the peakish squares would be the landscape uplight that would basically be put under all palms and trees. And then we're looking to have some pole lights, and those would be the green dots that would work its way from the parks across Second Row, and as we work our way down to 17th Avenue. And then there will also be some lighting that would go in the planters and then the steps, just to create some ambiance and highlight the steps and the areas underneath the benches and the seat walls.
And the main thing with the large pole lights is they're the utility lights. They're the standard. They're not something where nobody's going to take care of them. If a light burns out and it's not the standard, who changes the light bulb? So we want to make sure that they're all utility provided and maintained.
So it is all consistent.
It is all consistent.
When you say utility, right, you're talking about like Santee
It is
Cooper?
Santee Cooper.
Okay.
The teardrop lights would match along Ocean Boulevard.
Okay.
And kind of zooming back out to the building itself, this is a good view in the next one, the night version as well, just that showing that promenade from 17 all the way down to the beach, kind of get the oohs and ahs. What we did want to do with the building itself is break down the scale of it. It is technically taller than its neighbor, Ocean 22, but due to the setback up on this 21st floor with this amenity level, we pulled that back away from the ocean. So some of these views you see, previous ones I think, it actually has less of an impact on the ocean front. So both from you can see there it's actually physically taller, but we're what we're calling the average building height. Got to do some math to get there, but the average building height is shorter than its neighbor, and it has less of an impact and is less imposing from a beach side. If we go to the next one, you can see it's taller from the board or from the Broadway side. But obviously casts a smaller shadow on the actual beach, so there's less of an actual beach impact, even though the building's technically taller, because we are stepping it back and kind of pulling it away from the sun's angle here. And if you keep going, the next couple, from the beach itself, again, the scale is just broken down significantly from its neighbor, Ocean 22, to this. So you really start to feel that it's not as imposing as it potentially could be. And we're doing it both in massing and also in materiality of the building, changing the stucco color from the Hilton white to a nice charcoal gray to have some of these areas really recede. And that is...
One of y'all gotta act like them.
Yeah.
That's my job.
So what you see here is the Hilton white stucco next to the charcoal darker eaves color as well. architects and interior designers always try to have logos and sayings for the building. I believe this one was soft minimalism. And so what we're trying to do is pull that, have a very refined palette of materials, but very simple and refined at that. So we've got the white, the gray, and then warming it up with the different colors of the ACM. So we've got kind of a warm gray-white band as the main field that you see, creating a lot of these banding around the building with a warm wood tone, wood look ACM as well. That gives you these pops of warm color throughout the building as well, especially when you get to kind of that pedestrian scale. So when you're up close to the building on Ocean Boulevard, you're really getting the warmth of that wood as you look up at it. So your perspective of this really changes. You also have what I was carrying here that's sort of heavy, and we had to cut down from the 4-foot piece to just get it here, is the precast material. And what we're doing is preforming it in a wave pattern to give a really nice texture to the building, be durable, because we don't want to take, obviously, the eaves all the way down to the ground, but really give a nice texture in that warm kind of gray buff tone area as well, to break up that and give kind of a more personal texture to that area of the building. And then the building itself, just the ins and outs, kind of volumetrically, starts to break that down as well. Still providing, obviously, the 12-foot sidewalk, a buffer of green space, but then taking advantage of our zero setback allowed by the PUD to pull the building out up once you get above a certain height. But again, that's the opportunity to kind of decorate that with some of the warm materials as well.
You can go back one. Couple questions real quick. Ocean Boulevard view. Thank you. So obviously on that, I'm going to call it the 3rd floor, give or take, kind of I guess where your check-in is going to be. Is that going to be kind of like frosted glass in that bottom section of storefront or curtain wall, whatever it's going to be, and then kind of what's that glass color? Because obviously it's not going to be clear like you've got it rendered.
Yeah,
so.
not clear. But there's not going to be a tint to it. There's not going to be a color or a tint to it, if that's what you mean. It's just not terribly reflective. We're not going low iron, zero reflectivity, but it's not like a high reflective material. It's as clear as we can get it within the means.
With the sun film on it.
Right.
Solar film. Okay.
So this is the South Park, what we're calling it, South Park and North Park, more of the alley between Ocean 22 and our new project. This one's a little more formal with more geometric shapes versus the Carolina Bays kind of amoeba shapes on the North Park. But again, having this be not necessarily the prominent entrance to the beach, but still a very nice experience for folks walking down, with this kind of being the beacon of public beach access for this area. 80-foot park area, clear view to the street, and really just having that as you're coming down 23rd Avenue from 17, you've kind of got this clear view all the way out to the beach, which we think is a real benefit. Couple of day shots, night shots, but to your point earlier, check-in is on what we're calling the 2nd floor, which is ground first, second, with some administrative elements taking place in this corner, but then opening up, if I think we flip around to the next shot, where we're looking back from the beach up to this area. So kind of the check-in desk here that opens to a 2-story volume, kind of a reception lounge area for everybody checking in, with an outdoor terrace as well. And again, trying to make that area on the North Park side be very transparent, so there's a lot of that interaction between the public and the folks checking in and using the spaces here. Similarly with the curtain wall into the interior pool area, there'll be both an interior and exterior pool area with the demountable curtain wall. So on during the summer and really fall and spring, those will be not there. They'll be taken away and stored by Hilton Grand Vacations.
On your curtain wall, where's your glass oriented? Is it face, middle, back? How much of that?
It's outside glaze. It's outside glaze, so it's that typical 1-inch exterior snap-on cover, but we are playing with some of those deeper 6-inch extrusions, again, just to give some of that shadow play. And this is, again, it's kind of the feature that differentiates it even further from its sister tower next door, is the amenity level on the 21st floor, and then having the top 3 floors as kind of ultra-premium penthouse units. So we've had a lot of back and forth on population over here with the code official, capping that at a max occupancy, because nobody over here is going to want to have a rave going on at the floor below them. So
Paying a high dollar fee there to have a party going below you.
Yeah, so so we're obviously capping that, at a max occupancy for multiple reasons. And then again, kind of a wide angle view from 17 looking back.
How are you going to enforce that occupancy? Not that we care, but just
Yeah,
out of curiosity.
the
operation.
staff. I mean, there's if you go back one, so right through here is the pool bar and little lounge area. So that'll be staffed by HDV staff. So when it starts to get out of control, they're just going to start probably just calling the fire marshal and telling them.
I'm not ever going to be allowed.
There is one in that slide. It's aluminum.
Right, and so that one, good point, that one is back around on the North Park side,
It's
screening the
compactor
transformers,
one.
screening the transformers right now, but theoretically, something like that could also be used at the dumpster if that was a
Yeah,
preferred.
it does say compactor for the aluminum.
No, those are the transformers. There's the transformers are in, one, yeah, right there. So these three transformers here, they're in kind of a little niche in the building. So there's operable gates that open.
It would be nice with a compactor as well, but it's not something you did pay to do anything.
Well, part of my thought was you could do some type of, you could use the cast or the EPIS or just do a stucco block that kind of matches the building. Once again, it's just, it would give the opportunity for some type of public art on that compactor wall as opposed to just a wood.
I mean, I think
look,
it'd be better if it is a stone
Yeah, something.
wall, because
Maintenance and
we all know how long all the vinyl and the wood fences last around.
Yeah, even though it's composite, it can still get
That
hit and
would
damaged,
also do.
whatever.
Yeah, and your, if you do a mural or something on the wall, it would add to the pedestrian experience that you have through there, it would be nice.
If you're not doing a flat surface, I like this aluminum, I think it'll last.
Yeah, it's either, it should be that or it should be kind of a hard flat.
Yeah.
Charles, you have a
Well,
question?
I was just gonna say, you really don't even know that it's there today.
Yeah, if you go to some of the
The
existing
landscaping,
photos.
the
there's
landscaping.
I'm sorry, we
actually-
gotta swear you in if you want to
Oh,
talk. Name for
sorry.
the record,
Charles Daniel.
you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I did.
If we could go back to like one of the existing
I'd be careful
photos,
not to draw too
sections.
much attention to it, because today you don't even realize it's there, because it's just because of the landscaping that is around it.
Yeah, I
So
think our concern is now you're trying to take that pedestrian corridor and kind of pull it around it. And once again, it's not that we're trying to draw attention to it, but you have to screen it. And since that's intent is to act as a park area, it could be a potential opportunity for the cultural committee to use that as some type of piece of art or community art in front of it or something
Yeah.
to help improve these compactors. Like I said, if you were parking lot all the way up to it, definitely don't want to draw attention to it. But since you're putting so much thought and effort into this park,
The green space.
it could be a nice amenity to the park as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right, sounds good. Yeah.
Just, so nothing's really changed on the building.
Not pretty much, no. When we pretty much added the elements, the landscape, that sort of thing, but the building itself has remained remarkably intact from 5 months ago.
So what's Cameron doing here?
I just show up just to smile and look
Play
great.
game?
Hold the
Yeah.
samples.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to do with the building anyway, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
just
mean,
the site guy.
there's lots of public improvements,
Yeah.
they're not important. The building is the beautiful part.
And we have kind of gone through the building portion of the presentation. We do have the parking garage. We're adding 2 levels to it as well.
Beautiful. Sexy.
So it's just the same thing, going up 2 more levels, nothing particularly. Yep, there you go.
Questions from the board?
We're not dealing today anything in reference to the placement of signage or anything.
Correct. This is not a signage.
This is
Approval.
footprint, landscaping, building approval, light, everything but signage.
Everything but. Motion to approve.
Is there anything you want to say about the compactor?
Well,
We
it
could-
has to be solid masonry, or it could be.
How about this? How about you remove the compactor screen wall from the approval, and we can ask the applicant to get with the Cultural
Okay.
Arts Committee to see if they want an opportunity there, and then
Okay.
come back with the appropriate solution.
Okay, we'll do that. Add that to the motion.
You got that?
I
took notes, I got it. Next
Approved
one.
everything but the compactor screen.
got it.
Gotta come back after talking to cultural.
Cameron,
arts.
we'll let you come for that
Yeah.
I'll be in.
presentation for that one,
Yeah,
for sure.
Cameron's the only one that can come back and
Yeah, you
present.
bring it back. If that's a stipulation, then we'll take it.
With your art now, you bring your art.
Yeah, I wanna see what you gotta say.
Alright, you okay with that, Mr. Edens?
Yes.
Alright, is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Second, Mr. Jumper? Alright, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Alright, Krabby George? This turned into much more today than I thought.
You're seeing him a lot.
3 times.
Three times.
And third time is the charm.
Maybe.
Let's see what you got.
I don't know, you got the first one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you did.
Let's try this one. I came before regarding the paint on the building and we discussed it. It was the lights on the trees, they took it down, the lights on the flag, they took it down. Landscaping, they fixed it. The issue was the painting on the building, and we said that
There was a lot of issues with the back, with everything that was built back
and
there.
that's why I'm coming today, the back, proposing for a fence around the back to cover everything, that's the fence.
Are you painting the fence, or is that going to be a white fence?
I would like to keep it as a blue color fence to match the building.
That's what was on your application, is it?
It will be a blue color, same as the building.
No, I mean, you're gonna order it that way, or you're gonna paint it?
We're gonna have to paint it. Doesn't come back.
Is what you're ordering, is that a paintable surface?
It's a paintable
surface. Is it big type of paint, or?
Yes.
I mean, you've got white on the building, you could get it in a white.
Yeah, white.
Vinyl and just be fine.
I mean,
Right.
white,
I think
if
it'd
you
be a
guys are
maintenance
okay with white, I'm okay with white.
It's gonna be a maintenance issue if you start painting it.
Okay, then we'll keep it white.
Okay.
I'm good with a fence, fencing off that area, but I think your building color scheme for that area all around it, it does not fit in with the surrounding community at all.
Sounds like a much to deny.
From the roof and the blue and the neon lighting that goes around it.
I know,
It is completely out of character with the community.
And I've driven through there a few times. I agree with Ms. Whitehall said about the colors, but also the property, I mean, it seems like it would be a very viable business, seems very busy, but the property is not maintained very well in reference to the landscaping.
They got it maintained, they've been working on it, and I think the city, they saw that they upgraded the landscaping. The only issue was the back, but every restaurant is, just the back of the restaurant is in the day-to-day operation, that's why we want to cover it with a fence.
Oh, agreed, it needs to be covered up.
Split the fence out?
We can.
I'll make a motion to split the fence from all the building colors.
All right,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. All right, let's talk about the fence.
Motion to approve the fence with white.
Okay.
No.
Let's, 1 second, and then we'll go to discussion.
All right, is there a second?
I'll second it for discussion.
All right, discussion?
My comment is, you know, you're approving a white fence, but you don't know what's gonna ever happen with the building. So if this committee, on their second motion, or their next item, disapproves the colors of the building, then you're stuck with a white fence. I think it should be all one as a package.
Well, I don't disagree, but I think no matter what you do, you're going to probably have a white trim on the building, but.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, white is probably the most typical option.
It's safe.
Unless you want a special
Safe.
order. It's safe, yeah.
And until you drive down that alley, you don't see that from 17 sides, so,
No, you don't.
once again, I know we drive down that alley quite often going through other properties. so.
Yeah.
I know we wrapped the hodgepodge of buildings there with a fence as sort of a way to just say, let's create something that's
Service
valid.
area.
Yeah, but those buildings are tall should consider the colors of those buildings alongside the fencing. They can't just be all shades of blue with white fence. They
I think that's part of the building color package.
I'm saying it needs to be considered with the fence rather than just separate.
Those buildings, they are the same color as the building colors. So it will be, the only thing you will see that building right there, because the fence will be a 6-foot fence. So you only see the same color of the building.
I think the issue is considering the community that this restaurant is in, the colors are rather garish for this type of community.
But I withdraw my motion of splitting it. We have voted on that, right?
Yeah, just flip and approve. So we have a
Oh, we
motion
did?
on the table with a second for.
We're talking about the fence at the
fence
moment, and there's
as
a
being white.
motion to approve as white with a second, so we were in discussion with the rest.
So the fence is not approved technically.
The fence is not been
It's in
approved,
discussion.
we are in
We're in
discussion on the
discussion.
motion to
Yeah.
approve.
So he can withdraw his motion if you'd like.
But,
Yeah.
If we withdraw the approval of the fence, well, we've already split.
Yeah.
but if we
Right,
don't
this-
approve the colors, then
Right.
the building can just stay as it is.
Yeah, the splittings,
Would you like to withdraw?
yeah, I'll withdraw
The,
this.
the building cannot stay as is, because
No.
it was painted without approval, if
Yeah.
I'm correct, is that correct?
But we're still kicking the can down the road
Yeah, pretty much.
on the building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last time we were saying that the colors are growing on you with the blue and the pink
No,
that they
they're
did.
not growing on me.
Some members were less shocked that they had not noticed that.
I am not as offended by it, I don't like it, but I'm not offended by it, because it's been red or pink for numerous years without a lot of people.
Well, it became more garish when all the lights were up there.
Yes.
It did.
I will
And
say
it,
the
and it is set back from the road a little bit.
hides the color better than a lot of.
Well, yeah, the roof's flat enough that it doesn't, but it's still pink.
I mean, that roof is in such bad shape.
Hey, you approved
The
Barney,
paint wasn't improved.
I would.
y'all approved Barney.
Yeah, thank God it's gone, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's true.
in that sense, but I agree.
All right, so where are we?
We're in discussion about the
Yeah.
fence.
We have not been withdrawn.
That has not been withdrawn.
Draw it or call for
Yeah.
the question.
We know we need some kind
Once
of
again,
structure.
I think getting that fence is a upgrade for the community.
Yes.
Like, if he comes out with a different color scheme, he could still paint the fence like he is proposing in the blue, but at least right now, we would have a defined
Yes.
service yard for a restaurant that is so old that never had a service yard to begin with.
It needs that, yes.
Contains the clutter.
Hodgepodge.
Yeah, there's a mess back there.
Back of house.
That
Yes,
is
see, this is
very unsightly today.
This is the color of the original roof and the building from before they painted.
Right, it's kind of a rusty color.
It's a lot more muted than it is today.
Yeah, it was rusty.
Right, so
All right, so there's a motion for approval on the fence as white with a second. I'm just gonna call it to a vote and see where it goes. All in favor?
for the fence,
For the fence?
White fence.
Show of hands, please. Got Mr. Hubbard, Mr. Edens, Mr. Jumper, myself. So that is 4, all opposed. Mr. Langdale, Mr. Benazir, and Mr. Jerem.
Motion passes.
Motion passes.
white fence.
White fence.
White
Okay.
All right, now let's take the color scheme of the building.
Motion to disapprove.
Second.
All right, motion Mr. Edens, second Mr. Langdale. Discussion.
When you say color scheme, you're also referring to the additional sheds.
That's everything.
Yeah,
It will be one color.
everything that's associated with the building.
Is are the
And it would come
neon
from the
lights,
landscape.
were they approved on there?
That was
No,
the
all
thing
lights.
down.
That was-
That's all the
Not all
paint.
The only neon lights that were approved, and that was when Mr. Bragg was here, Mr. Chairman Bragg, was the 4 palm trees that were up front. I don't even know how to be.
So the neon is not on there now, or is it
No,
not?
the
It wasn't
palm
there?
trees are light. I don't know what happened last
Have all the
time. I
lights been
wasn't here.
removed from the palms and all now?
From my understanding, yes.
What about,
We just wanted a clean slate.
what about the neon that goes around the eaves, the facial, all that's been removed?
Everything has to be removed at lighting wise there, except any utility lighting that was in the back. And there's some lighting underneath the canopy.
Yeah, those, they are in the building.
But all ornamental things had been removed or asked to be removed.
All right, can I ask a question of the members? Is it the blue? Is it the pink? What fence it on this building, just so I can kind of gauge where we're
I
at.
could live with the building. My area of concern really is the fact that we've now surrounded with white fence. Since it's white fence, I would like to have seen the storage building, the shed, the container, and the extended
Yeah.
shed on the building, all painted white as well.
Yeah,
And
that way,
that would reduce the clutter of different blues.
yes.
That
Okay,
would
so-
sort of
That could be a
eliminate the back, and that would
Well, it'd be
put me in
one
somewhat
cohesive unit, fence and building.
At this moment in time, I mean, like Mr. Langdale said earlier, everyone to the north of them, we've held up to a very
Oh.
high standard.
Yes.
Even to the south, which is the old K&W, we argued over that building,
Yes.
some of us did,
Oh, absolutely.
over because they were putting the facade over the brick, and we
Yes.
were really stringent on them. And then across the street with the, I think, the Publix and everything else, I mean, that whole area's changed tremendously,
Oh,
with new construction
yes.
and old construction. And then we have this in the middle, and, you know, that, like Mr. Langdale said, it brings the area down, I think. And we're just, you know.
Both of the colors are too
Yeah,
neat. Both of the
yeah, I mean, we're
colors,
passing this down the buck, who knows when it's gonna ever happen again.
both the colors are too neon light.
Yeah.
They're very, very,
How about the landscaping upgrades?
it's sufficient, but I think, you know, if you, but still the overall landscaping is not being maintained to a standard that some of the other places are in the area.
That's a staff issue.
Yeah, it is, but I'm just gonna make this point. I noticed driving up down Kings Highway right now, and I know you all, it's hard to enforce people to take care of their properties. And a lot of people I've noticed, even along Kings Highway, don't care. Maintenance wise, on most businesses, people don't care. It affects their bottom line, so they don't care. And our main corridor on Kings Highway is starting, it's quite, actually, I'm ashamed of it actually in reference to that. And it's not your all's fault. It's impossible to get someone to maintain their property, basically. But they're
Krabby
not doing
George.
it.
So what about Krabby George?
Well, the landscape conditions are fine, but it needs to be maintained in a higher standard in reference to mulch. There's weeds in all the beds, the colors of the building are garish. It doesn't blend in with the overall surrounding community, period.
That's Eric. Mr. Chairman, I completely agree with where you're coming from, but I will say that everything around this building was new or 100% renovated. This is an existing business that's continuing to operate. So is there a color scheme, knowing that we can't just wholesale change the building? Is there a color scheme that is out there that y'all would kind of prefer?
That's a design issue.
We can make recommendations.
I mean, let's just say,
I think it has to be more in the neutral tone colors as this surrounding new stuff.
I understand it's a design issue,
I
but we
mean,
do need to provide some feedback.
I
for
will
this.
say this, for the sake of conversation that we're having, that the last meeting, we asked the applicant to take this back and come back with a solution for the entire property that's more coherent and more appropriate. I feel like that's failed entirely.
Yeah.
So now we're trying to find a way to abandon our way back to this, but that has failed entirely.
Okay.
Well, we need to see a different light package. We need to see a color representation of all aspects of the building, new.
There is no lights as part of this.
There's no lights.
But if you want some light, we need to see,
We're gonna have to come back for
you're
that.
gonna have to come back and we're gonna have to see exactly what
For
you're going
another
to do.
permit for lights.
And we need to see new colors on the building because it does not go with the surrounding community.
If you think about it, a perfect example is our, I think it was 2 meetings ago with the Food Line Shopping Center on 11th Avenue South, where that one tenant wanted to paint a section of blue or green or whatever it was. We said, no, you need to paint that back to the Food Line blue or whatever stripe all the way down. I mean, that's, I think, a perfect example of reinforcing it to an existing business. I mean, even if you paint this, let's just say the roof to a green, blue, whatever other color you put, over time, that paint's not gonna stick to that metal roof. Yeah. But whatever we do, I think is better at this moment in time, and then hopefully the business owner at that time says, okay, we need to do something about this at that time. But neutral color
we understand it's not a new building. It's not gonna look like there's other buildings around, but it can be,
I'm just
not
try-
stand out.
I'm just trying to help get a little bit of information out of the board to help push the
I won't play
applicant in the
devil's
right
advocate.
direction instead of just
I will
trying.
play devil's advocate. This is a Calabash seafood restaurant, and there is a level of theming that goes into these buildings, like a
Fine, that's true.
you know, so to make them come back with a vanilla color palette, it may not be the correct answer either.
I don't think it has to be vanilla, but I don't think it has to be this.
I mean, you could go back to the original color,
Well,
put the
they're
more
gonna
subdued
come
blue
in-
and a red roof.
Yeah, that would be better. I think that would be rather example of a maybe Calabash restaurant.
Let's take everybody's temperature on this officially. I'll make a motion to approve the building as is.
Excuse-
All the ancillary.
There is a motion on the floor by Edens and Langdale,
Let's do the building.
To deny?
To deny?
Yeah.
but I didn't get a number.
Yeah, we haven't
Sorry.
voted, we haven't been in
We haven't
discussion.
voted
And that's on 604 point,
Who seconded?
Mr. Langdale,
Mr. Langdale.
Edens and Langdale.
Yeah, it'd have to be A5.
That's why I'm trying to get a little bit of direction from the denial. You know, I'm not saying it's right or wrong one way or the other, but.
I mean, I think number one is color. I think the color palette, to some of us, or to me for sure, it does not suit it for the area, for the market. That's number one. Again, tying in the backside, like Mr. Benitzer said, I think is key also. Landscaping, of course, it needs to be brought up tremendously, no question about that. And that's just a start. I mean, now, if you're gonna ask me what colors we should put, I mean, that's very tough to say. I know you're just getting, yeah, I know. And you know, something flashy a little bit is fine, but nothing to this extreme, in my 2 cents.
All right.
I think the issue that we're all struggling with here is that it's every aspect of this property is problematic as it relates to what we're being asked to approve.
Exactly.
And there's two ways you go about it, right? You could try to pick at it and say, well, change the blue to eggshell blue, Sherwin-Williams 501, and you're done. But that's not going to fix the hodgepodge, the assortment of, you know, forms, textures, and materials, and the different shapes of things that have been added onto and changed in a very ad hoc way over a long time. And my feeling is if you just deny it and you keep it sort of as simple as possible, and then bring it back with a comprehensive look, so this is how we're gonna fix the back.
Yeah.
Right, not just slap some paint on it and put a fence up maybe. This is what we're gonna do to the roof, this is what's gonna work, this is not gonna work. Whatever it is, but it needs to be a comprehensive, professionally done package that deals with the whole thing.
Yes.
And
Perfect.
illustrates it.
Yeah.
Tom's already built the sketch
That
up.
sums up the discussion.
Yeah, I think to the measure's point, that it is a Calabash style restaurant, maybe it's your fault. And there is a size element of trying to stand out as opposed to the entirety of the building standing out. Let's figure it that way. That might be.
Take a little research on this sort of mid-century modern building, let's call it that. Again, it's most generous description, right?
No country pancake house.
There we go.
Hey, if that was
an old western steer.
Probably
Well,
was.
Yeah, it was, yeah. It was.
That's from the 80s.
That was a long time ago.
But they were
It was,
marketing
yeah, I
that.
remember that.
Perfect example is Salt and Honey, just that landscape bed through the center of that parking lot
right.
changes that
Yes.
building night and day,
Yes.
literally.
Absolutely.
With that signage, it just changes that building and an update to the side of the landscape beds. The color of the building, and that's great and all, but I think that landscape bed in that parking lot, right through that middle, changes that whole aspect of that building. tremendously.
It's gotta be a comprehensive look at it.
And that sign,
And it really, it stands out as a nice place.
It does, it
Even
does.
though there's nothing flashy.
I mean, I realize when that sign on your sign, it
All right,
says
all right,
seafood buffet, that's gonna draw attention to it.
Let's just take the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
For denial.
For denial, that's the motion on the table. Everybody in favor of the denial?
Yeah, yes, please.
Anybody opposed? All right. So we approve the fence, clean up the back service area, everything else has been denied.
Yes.
I think you heard enough discussion,
Okay.
unless you have anything else.
Nope. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we're okay with the restaurant. All right, where are we at? We're at HA Couture multifamily?
Yeah.
Name for the record?
Tom Miller,
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do. By the way, that Bistro 8 was also the exact same building as that one, too.
Bistro B.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's changed its name
Right,
about
it
10
is the same,
times. so.
it's the same building, right?
All right, so this was sort of unceremoniously withdrawn by staff a month ago. This is an existing building. The reason why we're here is because there's 3 units, which makes it multifamily, which makes it come under the ordinance requirements regarding parking and landscaping, that sort of thing. Am I saying that right, Steph?
Yes.
Okay, so it was, the reason why it was because they didn't know if this accessory building was an existing dwelling because it is non-conforming in terms of the setbacks, but that we cleared that hurdle. So I'm here because they asked me to come in regarding the landscaping and the parking arrangements. This is an in-progress, I believe that's unpainted, hardy plank. I believe they're gonna paint it the same color as the front buildings are there, but yeah, all of this is the back. This is the front building right here. This is on the alley side. So essentially, I'm sorry?
It has a rear fed alley.
Yes, right here, and which has access to a single parking lane. We had to make sure we had the parking required for the size of the units. This is that road that splits the parking from the church, up there on the corner. And so rather than, like right now, you just come in off of that road and just kind of 90-degree into the space. This really required access on the property. We've added these spaces. We've sort of organized this whole thing into a more commercial parking area, and then we've added some perimeter landscaping around the front, some foundation landscaping around the back. It'll keep its 4-inch fence, so a lot of this you won't see, but you can see how close the fence is to the property line. There's not a lot we can do other than what's existing right there. So we have this foundation, a little extra landscaping around the corners, down the buffer areas, again along this side and towards the front.
So what's being done, are we just talking about the site alterations, or are we talking about the buildings here too?
Just the parking and the landscaping.
Yeah, let's see, so,
I mean, I just got a question on the
Appearance of the
building.
oh, you got paint.
Can you click a couple, go through, and the one of the window that's going in on the T111, or the hardy panel?
Yeah.
That one. I mean,
That's a nailing pin over the top.
yeah.
You
And
call it this
then
right here?
over the top, and then they're covering it with trim.
Right.
Yeah.
How does
I don't
that-
think they've added, it looks like the way they've flashed, they haven't added the trim, so it'll go over the flange and around there. I can't speak to the building so much as I can to the site.
I'm just looking at the building official. How does that pass a flashing inspection?
We hadn't looked at it.
Okay.
We will do flash inspection.
Yeah, the buildings are part of this as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
Sorry.
It's the
Yeah,
color
it does say
change.
building alterations, 4-inch, 4 feet high, and final fence.
Well, then we need to know for sure what they're gonna paint it and
Yeah.
et cetera.
They're painting it white with a blackout trim.
So they're
That's
matching
right,
the front.
right here. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now we're clarified on that.
I think they were stopped. You guys have a stop work order on there, don't you?
And Mr. Miller, the fence goes where, Tom?
Well, it's an existing fence. All I was saying was this vinyl fence you saw from the alley
right.
view. Again, this is the alley side.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this thing right here. And you can see there's several pines that are right in front of it.
So the new driveway is kind of coming right there where all the grass is growing?
Yes, it'll come right in here, and then it has a back stall area right here.
And then you're-
But we'll come in and we'll do more landscaping there. You saw the 3 palm trees on the corner of the building, kind of give it an edge, corner appearance, and then, yeah, that drive comes in. And then there's landscaping along in the 5-foot area between the drive and the property line, right here. Pisciforums is
Mr. Evans, how's the landscape plan from a screening standpoint?
It's making an effort to screen. It's good. Yeah.
Everybody okay with the black and white color palette?
Appropriate.
It's fine.
There are motions.
Motion to
I'll second that.
Well, it's really motion, Mr. Junker. Second by Mr. Hubbard. All in favor?
Let's go.
Is there any opposed? So moved. All right.
Thank you, Bart, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Not exactly the 23rd PUD, was it?
No.
That's a tough act to follow.
Thank you for taking it out, I guess that made it better.
Landmark Resort. Your name for the record?
Mark Quesnell?
And you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes. All right, I believe 6 months ago we brought this before the board and it was approved. Within that time, the approval will expire this month, and we're seeking a reapproval. The board had a changeover in the board, and they did not go through with the project, and they still plan to do it before the year's out, after the season's over.
So no changes, you're just looking for recertification?
Correct.
More or less, yes.
Motion.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Langdale, second, Mr. Edens. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Thank you. Fairfield. You're not allowed to turn over to this is going to be a heated meeting anymore.
Easy peasy.
Name for the record?
Shayla Jenkins?
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, you're conceptual only, so you will get nothing but feedback from the board.
Okay.
And then you'll have to come back for final, for
Yeah,
fixing whatever was
we're
reduced.
missing like landscaping and,
Had some flood comments too.
yeah.
Okay.
So from the last time, they were concerned about the indentations right here and the wall kind of blending together. So he expanded these so that they're, I think he said they're like 3 to 4 inches, so that it has more separation. I do have color samples, so that you guys can see. That is, okay. And when you look at the fins, it goes this way to this way, because you'll see it on the garage that was added, and
Okay.
so it starts here and fades this way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the difference in what we're looking at is just more pronounced
More pronounced on it, and then on
than the
here,
whole parking garage.
yeah, and on this one, it's, the last photo, on this one, it's kind of hard to see, you can see it up at the top. He added an accent color to all of the ceilings of the balconies to kind of give a little bit more pop on the ocean side, because that was one of the
Is that gonna be
concerns.
the dark
Yeah,
blue?
it's gonna be the dark blue.
Your color palette's nice because you have a lot of, you have variation and you don't just have 2 colors or 3 colors.
Yeah, it mixes it up a bit. And then these are the fins that were added on the parking garage, and that's what I was showing, how they
Yeah.
flow into each other. And it's going to be a, like a box downspout.
That's really very interesting.
Yeah, that's
I
a
like
nice
It
effect to an existing
Do you like it?
garage.
80s, yeah, kind of cool.
I like that dual.
So, you know, 80s are back, I guess.
I think it's a good placement of that element as well, because it also regularizes the garage. It sort of hides some of the more awkward,
Yeah.
very practical massing that garage is like, it is what it was.
Yeah,
They
and
did
we also,
what they needed, yeah.
yeah, and with this, it still creates a lot of airflow, so we're not actually dividing it to
Yeah,
block airflow.
That's true.
And by having these in the separations, it still gives a lot of airflow throughout
Just
it.
an open tube, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's actually gonna be a functional downspout, so that anything with drainage up at the top, it'll drain down.
It's very interesting graphically. It's interesting, yeah, it looks good.
Do we have any?
So functioning downspout, does that mean it's gonna be just constructed out of sheet metal, so there'll be joints?
Yeah, it's actually gonna be like a box downspout.
And that's all of
Really
those?
disconnected quite a bit.
Okay, it's gonna look like downspouts.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be boxed, actually, I have a
Is
picture.
it gonna be, is it one continuous piece
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
gonna
formed
be one.
on site? So
Yeah.
you're not gonna have splices every 10 feet?
Okay.
or so?
No, but it's gonna be one
I think
continuous
that's
piece down.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's.
I would ask the board's opinion, this is just my personal opinion. As those fins turn the corner, and once again, I know why they did this, because you're keeping that same gradient going all the way around the building.
Bracket.
But if you were to take and reverse the gradient,
Yeah,
so it would go from dark to light, and then on the front, it would go back from light to dark, and it hit the other corner, it gets dark, and then the next one, it continues around.
yeah.
Kind of,
that-
but
that's-
it would
it
kind of
does make
frame
sense.
those
Yeah.
corners a little bit
Yeah.
better as opposed to,
That, yeah, that would,
you might, like you'd have a light corner on one side, the other corner would be a dark corner, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah, I
would
like
kind of
that.
change that fin direction as it goes around.
particularly on this corner right
So
here.
pretty much start either dark in the center and fade it to the lighter, or either vice versa, dark on the out and fade to the light.
I think the darker on the corner, right?
Well, it depends on.
It depends.
on
I guess
the
how you do
number
the
of-
other one.
Well, I think what I'm saying, so the way you've gone right now, right, you're starting at light to dark, and then all of a sudden your third fin
Then
isn't,
over here,
it,
it's the
it-
dark to light.
it changes again, but if you continue light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, then the front would go dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, and then change would be light, dark, light, dark.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
So it kind of looks like the fin has gone from the color,
Right, and then on the
Really
inside,
nice.
yeah, okay.
light, dark. Where the,
Now, last time on the plans that had shown that the windows on the main building in the front were the bronze, but I have let you guys know that they're actually white. They have changed them now in the image so that you can see that the window and then with the P-tack, and then the door is gonna be the white vinyl. And I would ask, I'm not sure if you can do this, we are wanting to, hopefully get started on like the window and the door aspect, just because hurricane season, they're very old doors. Is that something that we would be able to request to go ahead and get approval to start doing?
You can't get
The
any
doors.
approvals, but you guys could give her feedback in a positive manner that it won't cause an issue with the,
what he's saying is, since you're conceptual, we
Right,
cannot make
right.
any approval.
Right.
How can I phrase this without but we do not like people coming back and asking for forgiveness after starting something. But in this case, this is not what you are doing. You will be attempting to make building repairs
Yes,
that has a slightly different color scheme than what is today.
yes.
If you are getting back all your information back into staff in a timely manner, I do not believe that staff would give you a stop work order if you were to start that work,
Okay.
if they can meet all the building repair issues or whatever.
Okay.
But you need to work that out with the building department
Okay.
and all of that. There's
still gotta
code
prime,
and permits and
just gotta
stuff.
prime
but-
it and caulk it,
Yeah.
so.
With these colors, white is an appropriate response to how you're gonna replace the storefront sliders, et cetera. I think it'll freshen things up.
Yeah, a little more modern, you know.
If you were presenting orange to us or something like that, then you would have gotten a different
Oh, of course, of course.
non-answer.
Yeah, nine.
I think my only other comment on these renderings, if you go to where it's got the signage,
Mhm.
that freestanding 20-foot tall Fairfield sign,
Okay, so now I did actually want to ask about that, because last time there was a comment that there was like a code violation with the signage.
Yeah, that
Here.
signage you're depicting wouldn't all be approved, some of it would. I
Okay,
mean,
so are you talking this
you're probably,
or?
you're probably
that?
exceeding the square footage that would be allowed, so that's
Gotcha.
one issue.
Okay,
What I am telling you is that this board does not approve lollipop tall pylon signs on
okay,
Ocean Boulevard anymore. Everything's being brought down into
Little
that
shorter.
10 to
Okay.
12 foot range.
okay,
The depending on the design of the
So
sign.
we would suggest you get with the sign company, you're depicting more signs than you'll be allowed.
Mhm.
And then what he is saying is the signs that you're showing, even if they were to meet code, they would not be in favor of.
Okay.
Since it's conceptual review, just trying to give you a heads up.
Yeah,
before you
yeah, absolutely.
Get a sign company to design them and spend time and effort and money on it, and then you get told no right away.
Right,
And
right.
give them direction.
Your sign company needs to reach out to the zoning staff.
Yeah, we typically work with ASL signs, so,
Okay.
you know,
They
they'll be
would-
coming in. This is just what the architect has done so far, so they'll come in and they'll actually handle doing the signs and stuff.
There's a little bit of concern here. It's certainly, this is conceptual, so we're gonna give you guidance. We like what you've done with the garage. You've answered the question that we had regarding any articulation on the existing building by saying the joints are deeper and taller. Is that enough? Well, I want to hear everybody's opinion about that, but it's something. But there still is a disconnect, excuse me, visually, I've been talking all day, between the parking garage and the tower.
Okay.
And there's a couple of ways you could approach that, from my opinion. One is you could bring more white into the tower.
Okay.
Perhaps as a podium, right, at the lower levels. And also, you could integrate some of these vertical fins or that striated color strategy into the tower, right? Whether
Okay.
that's the sides of the balcony walls, you know, in addition
where their
to
blue
the
accents
ceiling.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be where your entry is, that
Okay.
you literally are bringing some of that element into like the more pedestrian deck right in there, like you could.
Okay, so take and
there's
do
a
some
way,
things.
right, rather than trying to bring the beige into the garage.
Right.
You could kind of go the other way with it, where these sort of come together a little
Okay,
bit better.
okay.
This way, there's a perfect opportunity to carry the white over from what I see.
Right.
The
Yeah,
lobby and
right
checking
here,
area
a
all the
little
way
windy
across
here.
the
All
tower.
right,
To
Okay.
break it up a bit and tie in those
Yeah, I
colors.
think that's a good idea.
Okay,
so that would help bring things together as well. So
Okay.
it's just a thought.
okay. And now, real quick, so on the front facing the ocean, with having the ceilings, are you guys good with that? Are you?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's a nice
I
detail.
guess what I'm
Okay.
saying.
But
is
to
you could
Mr.
see-
Hubbard's
right.
point with that white podium, you got the white storefront on the back
Yeah.
as well. So if you
Yeah.
brought that white through the ephes to the bottom of that blue kind of inset vertical band,
Yeah,
or even plus maybe even incorporate the fins up the building a little bit too in those bands.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
could,
that's true.
it would tie those two elements together better.
okay, okay.
And then the last comment would be to look at turning the corner on that corner of the garage as well. It is
Right
pretty
here and come down.
Yeah.
Just a bay.
Yeah, yeah, just
or
like
something
one,
like that, yeah.
one
Yeah.
corner, okay.
Yeah, and then you could integrate, you know, whether it's, are you replacing the storefront at that?
Yeah,
area
that's
as
all
well?
being replaced.
So maybe look at like some vertical members that are a little tighter together. With
Okay.
some color change in your storefront, like bring some of the color variations into the building in different ways. So
You've done a
that's-
really good job on the garage. Bring
Yeah,
some of
let's
that to
bring
the.
Yeah, you like the
Yeah.
garage, now we want more garage
Yeah,
into
'cause
the
there you go,
main.
yeah.
Yeah, they look right now they look
It's
disconnected.
so back, it's so
Okay.
backwards from
Yeah.
what we usually say that.
No.
All right,
All right.
sounds good. Thank you
you.
guys,
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
very much.
Do you want to keep the colors or do I take this one?
You think, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Number eight, town center. Yeah, you can take this one, we'll go use the restroom.
How you doing? Your name for the record?
Dan Park, Earthworks Group.
Okay. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Are we waiting on him to come back?
No,
or
no,
just
you go
run
for
with
it.
All right, give me just 1 second. Okay, so we're moving forward with a new project. This was originally part of an old PDD. It's outdated as can be, so we're cutting everything off and going with a new project. It was really approved in the old PDD for a much larger building. It doesn't fit by today's regulations, so
we've had to scale back the size of the building, and we are looking to match the adjacent property with the colors and the finishes of all of the existing buildings. Those are the bricks, they are dyed through, that's the existing siding and everything underneath. All the materials are going into the newly proposed building.
So that side of that brick, how far does it wrap around on each side? Is it visible? I mean,
Yeah.
like you see in that picture.
It's not wrapped.
The brick goes down, we can go back to that picture,
You've got to transition.
back one more.
On the right side,
On the lower part, it keeps going. On this side, which faces the street, it does go one down about halfway. On the other side, where it's back towards the other buildings and everything, it only has the lower, we go to the side view. It only goes down that lower
But that side
portion.
faces Grissom, does it not?
No, this side faces,
Stockholder?
the
Yeah.
side that faces Stockholder has the treatment, that about halfway down.
Grissom sinks a little bit, and this side's a little bit high, and then that back wall dips.
It's a weird side, it's a very odd.
It is a very awkward site.
I mean, even to put a building on that, I would've never thought of it.
I don't know if you guys went out there or have a visit, I have. They have a issue with homeless out there, and I actually got threatened when I was doing my site photos, so please be gentle on me on the site photos, I left relatively quickly.
100 yards away.
Yeah. So, whenever we went through with some of our landscaping, we tried to pick some plantings that would discourage some of that issue.
That was
We
one
got-
of my comments, I was asking why you did that, now I think I understand.
Okay. It was intentional.
Not comfortable to sleep.
Exactly.
Yes.
We know the issue we have and we're trying to address it.
Yeah, because I saw the barberry and the.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, you're trying to deter something, but I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm trying to keep from getting my butt kicked out there later on.
As long as Charles says and Matthew think it's okay, I'm okay with it.
They're fine, otherwise it wouldn't be here. Learning.
Any questions?
Alright, is there a motion on this?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Alright, motion Mr. Hubbard, second Mr. Edens, all in favor? Any opposed? So moved.
Thank you all.
Road going strong. Turbojet. Name for the record, Henry Moselle, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, sir. Please make it quick and easy.
Alright, so we're gonna add right here is an existing chain link fence. It comes to about right here, you can't see it in the photo. We're gonna add a 4-foot aluminum fence. This, starting from there, going all the way to the end of the property.
Unanimous.
Second.
Motion Mr. Edens, second Mr. Jumper, all in favor? Any opposed? So moved. Sorry you had to wait so long.
No problem.
16 handles. Name for the record.
John Newman.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, painting the building.
Thank you for addressing the building, it really did need a coat of paint. You're painting all 4 sides?
No, we needed to paint the trim, so we're just painting the stripe of that trim. That's one of the, it's the franchise's accent color.
But you didn't paint the back side of the building?
We're not painting anything, just the trim.
You gotta stop work order.
Ah, gotcha.
So just the white band?
Just the white, that's it.
Okay, motion to approve.
All right, motion Mr. Edens. Is there a
Nice
second?
pink and blue.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Just stared at a picture.
I wasn't gonna say it.
It's an ice cream shop.
Well, it's okay for an ice cream shop.
It's a national franchise, so.
Yeah, the white's work.
Paint doesn't match the sign.
There's a motion on the table, is there a second? The motion's going to fail due to lack of a second.
Yeah.
All right, what's the issue, Mr. Gordon?
white is
Match
better.
the sign or the building.
Yeah, the white's better.
It's the franchise colors they got in their package.
Is the hot pink the franchise color or the light pink?
There are franchise colors, they've got three. They've got a main, primary color and the accent color. That is right off of the franchise documents.
White is also, John, white is also a franchise color, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's the beats in the sign. It's on their logo. Their logo. It's white.
Well, blue and white looks good.
I mean, even if you come back with the white trim and then put that hot paint or whatever it is on the sign along that swoosh along the side of the buildings, I mean, it's something.
You like the hot pink or the toned down pink?
Not up top, I mean.
I understand, but I'm talking about for the band.
If you wanna put the corporate colors in there somehow, some way.
I think what he's saying is that light pink is
It's also
the
a corporate color, yeah, but that, like
It's
it's been said, it's not incorporated into the sign at all.
John, for the board's context, does the brand make you paint the building, or is it just the corporate color?
They're the one that asked me to do something about the trim up there. I said, why don't you just paint up the accent color? They said it was just very plain building. The only thing we've done to the building is add a sign. I mean, come on. The building looks
I don't
like
think we have a problem with the sign.
Yeah, I think if you want to address the
Yeah.
building with a paint package that was appropriate, I'd be all for it. If you want to repaint the building in some way, I'd be all for it. But just to paint that trim pink is not appropriate.
There's another one that's not pink.
If you deny it, he'll have to paint everything back white to the previous color. So it kind of solves the issue regardless.
That's correct. I make a motion to split paint from signage.
The sign.
Sign's
Oh,
approved.
signage.
Sign's
Oh,
approved.
my bad. Oh,
Yeah, this
okay.
is just
Well, I thought
paint.
it was signage also, so.
Yeah, we came back.
But the
So,
blue,
so the blue,
blue was already there. wasn't it?
Blue was already there.
That's
So
all there.
that, you wouldn't take it back to
There's
white.
your original.
there's
The
what it
band
looked
would have
like.
to
Talking
go
about
white.
the band.
What he's painted pink would have to go back.
You guys think, honest opinions, you guys think that looks better than the little pink accent band?
Yes. Yeah, that's
Completely.
not serious.
It's an ice cream shop
Understood. But this is also.
on Broadway, at the end of Broadway.
Broadway Street, improvements coming.
I'll make the motion.
Motion to deny. Okay.
Motion to deny?
Mr. Manager, is there a second?
Second.
All right.
Is it just number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All in favor of the motion? Any opposed? All right, so moved. Okay.
Have a good day.
Witness Cafe? Witness?
I think we have someone up front.
Oh.
Sorry.
You got past your.
I thought he was going somewhere else.
He works at
thought he was
I
done.
do have things to do.
He busts his
Name for the record.
Charles, City of Myrtle Beach.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir. Looking to have outdoor cafes on 2 of our buildings. As you can see, this is the furniture layout, looking at 2 tables, 4 chairs.
Motion to approve.
One question, if you don't mind. How are they securing this for nighttime or whatever? Are they gonna come in or are they gonna be?
Typically, yeah.
Or-
You'll see in the next package, they're not gonna continue theirs for a while, but we're just getting them on file with you guys, in case they decide to go down the road.
I think they should have a right to have it. Yeah, I mean, they have enough room to have it, and I think that a lot of people like to sit outside. I mean, if there may be an issue of people.
reason why y'all review is because it's on city property.
Right. But I think they should have the right to do it if you all, if the city says it's okay.
Is securing and storage of the furniture covered in y'all's sidewalk cafe encroachment permit by chance?
Yeah.
In that section? I'd have to dig her, look. The language is more, the language is more suited to if we have to ask you to remove it, it's removable.
Okay.
Do they bolt the tables and chairs down, no.
But that's their decision, I guess.
What's their liability?
It's, yeah, liability, it is.
We make them get insurance.
They have insurance to
Yep.
cover the city in case something happens.
Yes.
Well, but if they leave the table and chairs out,
Yeah.
unsecured,
It would
they
fall
may,
under their
they
liability.
may
because
walk
they're gonna
off.
be gone.
Yes.
They're gonna be gone, but what I'm saying is, in order to prevent them being gone, there's gonna be a chain and a lock on it after 6:00 PM, the whole evening.
No, we're
If
not
they
gonna
were
let them put a
secure
chain.
that, would that
If
be?
that's a code enforcement that you're not gonna let happen, I'm fine with that.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
We
not-
would rather that they replace it on their own dime.
Yeah,
right, that's true.
Yeah.
I'll second that approval then.
Motion, Mr. Edens, second, Mr. Benezra, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Dalai Lama, same thing. Still under oath.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Mr. Edens. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Jumper, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. And for trail building. How are y'all enjoying your afternoon?
Good, how are you?
Names for the record?
Jessel Elliott from BECS.
And Nancy Giordana from Home Alliance.
And do y'all swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, we do.
Y'all replacing it as is, just repairing it?
Just repairing it. Yeah, as of right now, if you go back to the existing elevation, you can see there's some wood rotting. Nancy reached out to us to provide a repair to clean it and then provide additional waterproofing for it.
And are you putting a cover along the front like that shows?
Yep,
The
exactly,
height, yeah?
exactly like that. This is gonna be some trim board and then some flashing up top. We have some repair details to get that implemented, and then that's gonna be wrapped around both sides then.
And you'll paint it back to the color that white.
Correct, yeah.
Just so you're gonna paint the whole thing, right? Not just the trim?
Yes, yeah, that would be the plan, to repaint the whole thing. Yeah.
Columns as well?
That could be a
Columns as well, and then, but leave the stone as is.
Yeah, okay. Motion to approve, painting everything,
Painting all the existing
all
white
existing.
board.
Yes, all existing, yes.
Pressure wash.
And please clean it, yes.
And pressure wash the block.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Is there a second? Second, Mr. Jumper, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Cloud Memorial Neighborhood Park. Charles?
Sure.
Still under oath?
Yep.
Got a bunch of splash pads and fun little activities and bathing areas?
Correct. Activity zones that we're trying to reactivate the park.
Yeah,
I think there is one element of the fence, should be a black wrought iron, put in here. Our standard issue on that's gonna be a black wrought iron.
I'll tell you what, myself and all my neighbors, everyone around here, we enjoy the park and it is well used.
So I'm gonna see you there, Jeff?
I'm
I'll
sorry.
see you there.
Yeah, why not?
That's where they're gonna hold the Arbor Day ceremony. You can do those during all of it.
Now, there is one issue, well, there's one issue that some of my neighbors said, you know, there's not a lot of parking there, but, you know, people have birthday parties and things here, and people, you know, kind of park along the street. We do have a problem with parking, with people speeding here, but the fence is good to keep the place contained. And there is one tree that, you all did remove some trees there before, but there is a dying black cherry tree there that needs to be removed because pieces are starting to fall out of it. But I think it's a nice addition to the park, but there is, because, like I said, some of my neighbors are concerned about the park. But we love, I'd rather love hearing
It says
kids.
black wrought iron.
Yeah.
Black wrought iron. All right.
Okay.
Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Another, is there a second?
Oh, yeah, but
Second,
make sure you
Mr.
take the tree down. The cherry tree.
I will get a hold of Parks.
Thank you.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Noodles? Wake up.
Almost there.
Name for the record?
Chris Casanovas, Planning Question Designs.
You swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Are we enclosing the patio area? Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, we're putting fencing on it on.
Is that like
4 foot
right
fence.
up against the back of curb, or is it pulled in so you can still walk
It's
around
in
the sidewalk?
It's in the curve.
It's in the curb.
Oh, it's at
that's my only concern about it, is you've got all the parking spaces down the side. I don't mind it on the drive-through side, but on this side, with having really no way to walk in front of the building to the door or down that sidewalk, you're pushing everybody into what is the drive-through, drive aisle and drive-through lane.
He wants to put tables out there eventually.
I understand what he wants to do, but if you were to hold the fence in line with the columns,
Okay.
so it's inset, so you still have a passable sidewalk to walk around the building, then I think I would feel much better.
We could
about it.
approve it that way, yes. But it can't be as it's shown, no.
In
Go
front
into
of
the back of
building,
curb.
the column line is
On
front,
the
on the
sides.
sides, you could just provide
On
the
the north side.
Yeah, either way,
As long as we have an existing area to walk around the building on those two
work with
sides.
him on that.
On the north side.
Work with staff to work out those little fine details.
Okay.
motion to approve with staff.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Eden. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, the items from,
We'll just be an easy meeting.
Oh, we pulled that one.
Carolina Social Builders. Can I get a motion to continue?
So moved.
Last but not least,
Fine.
What's wrong with you?
Error.
Name for the record?
It's the first time I've ever been presented in front of him, so, you know,
Oh,
oh, wow,
that's it.
okay.
normally we kick
What?
it
Why
in.
aren't you recusing yourself?
I have nothing to do with
Nothing to
this.
do with this one. This is all Erin. She's blind, so.
Uh-oh.
She,
just like
she
the
is
old
on
days.
her own.
That's right, that's right.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Yeah.
Conceptual only.
Conceptual only. Let's see. You gonna flip to the site plan? Please. Do you have the site plan for the parking out here? Should be in that package.
They like to delete stuff sometimes.
I see that. Okay. So no?
There's a big parking area between
We
Marina
have it.
Parkway and 17.
Yes. There's a large expanse of parking here.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
We're having a little trouble with landscaping buffers, the Sandy Cooper along. Yeah. That spot.
The transmission line?
Yeah.
Yes. They won't let you do anything.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have meetings with them.
Okay, this is good. All right, so site planning wise, we are obviously doing our restaurant brewery here. The building was oriented so that, the majority of the views and to kind of capture the yard area, the,
Trying to find the plan for you.
I think this is good though.
Go
Yeah.
back.
So the restaurant brewery area, I'm sorry, the restaurant dining area is on this side of the building, again, to kind of capture all of the landscaping and the yard area out here. This would be the brewery portion of the building. And then this is kind of your service court area. This is the main entry into the parking lot that's going in here. And we are proposing a pea gravel, but it's got polymers, so it kind of holds it all together. But kind of one of the overall concepts for this project is to keep it natural, keep it fun, keep it a social family place. So we want this to feel like you're set within the landscape. So as you kind of come down to this portion of the site, we have a garden down here, we have a pavilion, and then we have kind of like a patio area that could act as a multitude of different functions. There's a couple of containers out here. One is a bar, one is restrooms. We have a playground area for kids. There will be a stage out here in the yard, and then there's another kind of satellite little bar out here that's kind of inspired by little barrel, so to speak. And then you have your lower parking lot down here, which goes up a pretty steep hill, and we're gonna do like a kind of meandering path that goes down to that with like some little seating areas as you kind of get into the little crooks as the bends go. And then, let's see, let's go go to the next slide so we can kind of go over the materials of the building. All right, so this is the main entry into the building. There's no signage shown here purposefully, but that is where signage will go. So again, one of the concepts of the building is to kind of keep it light and airy. We want it to feel like a brewery, but we also wanted to give a nod to a little bit of a coastal architecture too. So we've added kind of some gray brick around the other side.
Do you have that brick?
You wrapped it
I
around.
do, I have the brick. Do what?
You wrapped it around the corner.
I wrapped it around the corner, no. So on this facade, we did some gray brick. We do have metal panel for, it is a metal building, pre-engineered metal building, but we're really trying to work with the facade to, again, give it some warmth, a coastal feel. We've got these brackets that are coming up with the overhang and the exposed beams coming through. The soffit is a wood finish. These are all inset wood finishes. You've got your overhead doors down the building to kind of keep that connection between the inside and the outside. We've got patio areas that go around the side of the building. And then there's a mezzanine level upstairs. There is dining that is on the south side of the building that goes and, captures the views to the marina that's down there.
The sunset views.
The sunset views, yes, that was one of the main goals. Again, it does have a little bit of industrial to it with the exposed metal or beams for the patio areas, but wrapping the columns in the wood.
Is that Zoe sitting on the
That
fire
is not
pit?
Zoe. Zoe's a calico.
I didn't even notice that.
Zoe the cat.
Um,
He takes a cat with me.
It was, we want the animals to come too,
Dogs,
right?
yeah.
Your pets, your kids.
So you're just
Everyone.
creating like a park-like atmosphere around this building.
Yes, that is part of the idea, right?
Multi-use.
Yes, multi-use. We, again, want families to come here, enjoy this space. As you know, we have tons of residents that are around this. And then we realize that we have a service court kind of on this, this road out here, but taking measures to look at nice wood fencing that will complement with the building. We do have the transom windows on this side to give it a little bit of breakup. We also are doing vertical panel, horizontal panel, vertical, horizontal, again, to kind of give it a little bit of rhythm, break up the facade. So, yeah. Here's the,
That's all, those panels are all metal panels?
they are metal panels. It is a pre-engineered metal building, but again, we're kind of adding the wood, and we do have the charcoal for the storefront and the roof. The panels will be white, and then we have the wood and the brick, if you want to pass those around. Oh, there's the parking lot, okay.
Yeah.
So we have the parking lot, obviously on this side. I believe it's going to supplement more than just our project. Our project has enough parking on the site to meet zoning ordinance. So our owners do want to do this additional parking, but as... Do what? Per zoning ordinance.
That is accurate.
Yes.
Per zoning ordinance. Now, in actuality, obviously, we're going to need more parking.
But are
So-
there specified crosswalks, Aaron? I mean,
We can add those in.
is that, it may or it's probably going to be necessary,
Yes, I would
But I
agree
don't
with
know
that.
how you would,
I would agree with that.
I don't know exactly how you accomplish that, but I'm sure you could figure it out.
Yes, I think we can figure that out.
Aaron, can we take a look real quick of the service side? Yeah, that's a good view. So that's Marina, that's Marina Drive there, that's the service entrance. The parking is to.
I don't think it's Marina Drive. It's the,
It's Marina
A
Parkway.
realistic
Marina
photo
Parkway.
that has
It
the
does.
building superimposed, I think it's a better view of what you're looking
It's
for.
just, it's a big
The realistic
boulevard
photo
with
with the building
usable land.
superimposed on it.
Yeah.
Right,
Bypass.
that-
Right,
that
it
there
is,
you go.
yeah, there it is, right there.
right. So as you're coming down here,
Yeah.
we're hoping that your focus would go to the entry portion, this facade of the building.
I mean, you're gonna have your dumpsters, I'm assuming dumpsters and everything back there, am I correct, or?
Is it
Yes, the dumpster's gonna have to go back there, and it's obviously a delivery area.
Yeah.
I think one point of the discussion back here is that to look at Marina Parkway as a service road may not be entirely accurate. It's a main road, but my main concern is the fact that right there on the bottom of the screen, we're seeing the bypass Highway 17 staring right at and it's a beautiful building and a beautiful land.
It is.
But really, the absolute worst part of that building is what 17 would be looking at. Whereas it used to stare into those beautiful buildings in the background and the marina and everything. So, again, I think the front of the building is just absolutely beautiful. I wish we could bring some of that in to the backside.
I think they're trying to do that with the wood, and
Yeah.
maybe it could be an automatic gate that slides
Yeah.
for that service
Right.
entrance,
It
so
does
it's fully
need-
enclosed.
It
Yeah.
does need that, it does.
And I don't disagree with you, just site planning wise, like, this is really the only place to put that
It is.
function.
Right.
And again, take advantage of what the site has to offer, right?
Yeah,
Because you
agreed.
want all of your, you
Yeah,
know,
you
your
want those
entertainment
sunset-
and your,
you want those
and your
views that way.
experience on this side. So obviously, this is where this has to go. But to your point, we could add, you know, some brick to that facade if we wanted to, but honestly, the reason why we kept it all the metal panel is because, it's so much easier to clean, right? To
In
keep
that
that
area,
building
yes.
looking
I think there's
decent.
something there that you could do associated with that cool fence, that maybe, you know, that it's got some height, it's some change in height, maybe there's something thematic with it, with the brewery, something that
Okay.
is distracting from the utilitarian nature of the building behind, that's more close to Marina Drive.
Okay.
That kind of draws your eye.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
That is something there.
We have
Because
very-
the parking lot's eventually gonna go in, and then Santee Cooper and some landscaping might be kind of low.
Yes.
Right.
We have areas that are predominantly warehouse districts, like the park next to the airport, that those are all metal buildings.
Right.
Only till then, we make them wrap the buildings with tons and tons of facade elements. This is on 17 and one of the most predominant areas. There's no way it can be just a metal building.
Okay.
But the fence itself is really a nice detail.
Right.
But it just needs more of that and bringing the facade around, I think what Mr. Hubbard said.
I think
Okay.
there's something you can do there.
On that corner.
I think we
more
can
color on that.
too. Again, we were just going for cleanability, but,
Well, it's smart to come to us with like you've done this before, right? So you don't wanna put it all out there and say,
Yeah.
is that right? You wanna leave something for us to
sure,
comment
sure,
about.
of course,
I
of
think,
course.
I think with the metal building, you don't necessarily see metal buildings where the panels are changing from horizontal to vertical. Yeah, I think that's a nice little element.
It
there.
is. Oh,
And
absolutely.
I think the
agree.
other thing is, you're going to have that light coming through those transoms and all. So really, when you're thinking about this compared to the industrial nature that we deal with in North Industrial
it's
Park or
miles
anything
Yeah,
like
it's-
that.
Oh, this is, yeah.
I mean, really and truly, the only blank space you got on this building is that
Space.
corner
Right.
where they're preserving for signage.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you rendered this with signage on it,
Right,
it would
It would actually.
probably
fit-
solve
It kind
a
of
lot of that
finishes,
concern.
it would finish it. yeah.
I don't have them with me, but we do have, renderings with the signage on it, and it looks really great. I just didn't wanna bring that because I know that we're not going
And I
for it.
understand you wanted to keep the metal building there just to keep it, well, the area is utilitarian, to keep it clean. So,
But there's also this sort of, what, I don't want to speak for you, Aaron, but it looks like what you're headed for here is almost as if this was found space, like there was an existing building that's been repurposed. It has a certain kind of authentic, gritty character to it because of that, where it's approachable, it's accessible to people. They don't feel like, oh, this is too fancy for me.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
all we're saying is, or all I'm saying is, I think your wood fence is a really great start to help screen back there and or some landscaping. I personally don't have an issue with the metal panels back there, and certainly with the transom windows, it's all good. I just think maybe get us that view when you're on 17 and you're looking right into that wide area there, whether it's a gate or something, I don't know.
Okay.
I agree.
I want to say, I think the other thing I like about this project is it is a total departure from everything else they've done up and down Marina Park.
Oh, absolutely.
They are trying to work this building and these elements into that terrain, which is not
Yes.
the easiest thing to do.
No.
I mean, they could have very simply gone in there and said, okay, we're just gonna build a retaining wall and just make it
That's
flat.
right.
And to
Right.
kind of use that terrain for the
Yeah.
paths going down,
It's nice.
with the little pavilion stepping a little bit further down. Once again, I think there's some trade-offs
I agree.
with what they're
I
doing,
agree.
or trying to do versus what they're being kind of forced into doing up at Marina Parkway, because that's really truly the only flat spot on that entire parcel.
Yeah.
Short of being at the cul-de-sac, or, I'm sorry, not the cul-de-sac, the roundabout, which, I mean, I think we'd all have big heartburn about that at that point, so.
It's nice to have a hill once in a while, change in elevation.
Yeah,
I mean, we live in a flat area. I mean, I think this is a breath of fresh air in reference to how it's sited and how it's taking advantage of what's existing. I think it's great.
Massing of the building helps mediate the concern of it being like there as well, with the way the roof lines kind of tears up and then back down. So I think there's a little bit to be done there, and show us another view maybe that kind of looks in there, and then how that, a before and after, and then I think you got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything else that needs addressed.
Okay.
And put the signage on and just say, listen, this is what we want as an architect, where this signage is gonna go.
Yeah.
But that isn't actually the final signage.
Okay. Yeah, it does dress up the building.
Yeah. Yep,
Okay.
thank you for thinking about it, it was not an afterthought. It's good.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, we
Anything
always
else?
love your work.
Thank you.
Ain't you thought about lighting?
Yeah, imagine that.
Yes.
Oh,
We
imagine
think
that.
about the lighting.
Yeah,
Don't come back with a bunch of palm trees though.
yeah, we don't wanna do that.
No, we do obviously have to pick out some pole lights for the parking lot. You know, we've got the knee wall that's kind of, blocking the headlights going into that yard. We have the sidewalk alongside the parking lot, which is nice to give people a place to walk instead of the middle of the driveway.
It's nice you have that separation though.
Yes, but we'll also have like just some lights that sit, you know, periodically on top of that knee wall, which I think is like a nice glow at eye level.
Yeah,
Um,
very cool.
thank you.
Anything else on the board?
Nope.
All right.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank
Thank
you. Take the samples that you didn't have.
Watching.
Anybody needed to see the samples? Did you not see the samples?
They're all good. Yeah, they're good.
All right, anything from nobody in the public? Anything from staff?
All right.
Anything from the board?
No, thank